Button is hit, light is green.
Wonderful. So, last time, Sybil and Kelmon have returned after being beset by zombies, and you immediately went on another nightly stroll onto the graveyard and found out the zombies actually came from there, plus another skeleton that was disposed of by other people, by the Pharasmites, priests. You actually learned that in the morning, but it also gave Ilfrin kind of a spook.
I didn't appreciate that.
Yeah. You're welcome. But otherwise, I don't think much else happened that evening. Aside from the fact that you were told that the council will hold a meeting about this. And sure enough, the next day you were actually invited. And I'm not sure if anything else happened. Oh, right, yeah. Sybil got a package and started building something. She got halfway done. And Nil also started, Pog also started creating something of his own.
Yes, the
Outside the
magnificent Eggle.
Yeah.
You motherfucker.
Yeah. Anyway, after some time in the evening, you all gathered in the Ravengrove Town Hall, where a whole bunch of panicked people waited. And just as you all were about to be considered as the solution to the current problems the city has with various ghosts, undead, etc., a fire broke out and you were beset by some burning skulls. Not flame skulls, just burning skulls. I'll set everything on fire. You did actually manage to save the slightly singed town hall and all of the people in there. And that's where we left off. And we now get to the resolution of all that. Where are you again? You are here. Out. Town hall. There's still a bunch of panic going on. But the people leave you alone for the most part. And the council members approach you. Thank you. Thank you very much. This... yeah. I'm very, very grateful that you helped deal with the fire. And I believe we were stopped when we were going to ask you to help. You said you would agree, I believe?
Aye, pretty much.
Yep. And looks like we've already started, unfortunately.
Oh, that is good, I guess. Still, we have decided we will pay you, or each of you, 500 gold if you actually find a permanent solution to these things. We do suspect it has something to do with the happenings at Harrowstone, with the professor dying there. And you've been seen creeping around there. Well, wandering, going there, doing something.
Aye, definitely not creeping. Creeping would indicate nefarious habits. We're just trying to purge some ghosts. And find out what happened to good old Professor.
Yes, have you made any progress with that?
Aye, I mean, what we found out is the ghost of a warden was apparently got ripped out, taken somewhere else, and that's caused an issue with all the most sort of lasting, impressionable spirits in there. I dealt with the Piper, sent him off to his fucking great beyond. Still a few there. Luckily, they're being held in place, although possibly temporarily, by the spirit of the wife of a warden.
The leader of the council. What was he called? Varzian half-mount. He just gives you a slightly blank look, and he doesn't seem to have really grasped anything you say.
We're working on it.
Yes, I take that as progress.
Aye, anything that's moving there or which shouldn't be, we're dealing with.
Well, we haven't really done anything with the old prison. We've mostly avoided it for the past few decades.
I could see.
But something changed.
Aye, some nefarious group came in recently. Oh, on that note, actually, I was kind of wondering about this. Is there much of a sort of, like a tradesman tunnel passage underneath a bit of a town?
None that I know of.
No, like oil smugglers' tunnels or something like that there, no?
That I know? No?
Just about a couple of days ago and all, we did feel some rumbling underfoot. It was right near a pub where you might have heard like a deck of cards went on fire and such.
Oh, yes. The Laughing Demon.
Aye, outside the place, so quite a ways out and all. There was like vibrations and all underfoot. So I was just wondering if there was like a tunnel system or something for getting around the kegs.
No, well, not I, but the people there told me something about that. I wouldn't know anything of anything like that. And the innkeeper didn't tell me any. Stockar Elkarit didn't mention anything about having anything more than a wine cellar down there as well. But with all of this screaming, fire, or whatever, maybe it was just something spooky going on.
Maybe. It's just worth finding out, you know.
Well, anyway, it's getting late, and this was quite enough excitement for me for one day. Is there anything else you want to know before we head to bed and see about cleaning up the town hall tomorrow?
Not that I know of. Do you know if any of the townsfolk are still injured? I could try to assist them.
No, I think Father Grimborough and his acolytes are well enough equipped to deal with that. But the offer is appreciated. You did manage to get most of them out before you got injured.
I think you'll find everyone.
Well, no, some of them got caught on fire.
Some of them
but not a one died.
Yeah.
Yes.
As I mentioned, and we're very grateful for that.
Yeah, of course. It's a job worth doing.
Just glad to be of help.
Got a change.
Yes.
Let's see now. Supposed to be getting on then.
Very well. As about your payment, we will give it to you once we're certain things have calmed down. So, and from what I've heard, you will remain here for a month or so as well.
I don't keep bringing it up.
I vaguely remember it from the testimony I read for you.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, hopefully it will be done before then, and at the end of the month, we can provide you with the gold.
Aye, alright then.
Very well. Then I bid you a good night.
Aye. Buys your way.
All right.
I go to find Kendra.
Grayson also
She has
goes
my
to find
cloak.
Kendra. Draven, if he was here, would go to find Kendra.
Yes. I do
Johnny
have
finds
cloak.
Kendra.
Yeah, she hands you back the cloak. It is a bit singed, a bit smoky. Smells like fire.
It was worth it.
But yeah.
Just think, Johnny, you could do a self high five right now and a job well done.
I, of course, asked Kendra if she is okay.
Yes, it was. It was stressful, but we got out. And you helped with that. So,
You also helped with that.
true, with your cloak. I wouldn't have had the mind of it, but yeah, thank you for that.
Thank you.
Still, I think I can use a glass of wine to
I think
calm
we
down a
all
little.
can.
Yeah, let's go home then.
Agreed. Wow,
All
nothing from Grayson.
Yes, Grayson is still dealing with the fact he used more fire in a burning building.
I don't want to talk about it.
You know, just saying. He is being embarrassed as fuck. Great.
Yeah.
I would route around to Johnny and just say, you did a good job back there. That was a nifty little thing that you did.
Yes, I'm the man. But it was a team effort.
It was.
Except for the, Grayson setting shit on fire a little bit more. That wasn't really helping.
No. No, it wasn't.
Fuck you both.
Yes, that is indeed a kind of new thing, I believe. When did you learn that?
The fire?
No. Kendra points at your other self, your better half.
It's a technique I just pioneered. I call it shadowboxing.
Okay.
He just popped out one day, so now we're friends. And I high five him.
She goes over to poke the other Johnny. Huh. Curious.
He's like me, but he doesn't talk, so
Well,
we'll
that's an
keep him around.
improvement.
Yeah.
She
You-
smiles at Johnny, making clear that she's choking.
Yeah.
And this isn't going to be a thing. You're not going to make a habit of this. There's not going to be 5 of you next week.
Now there's an idea. I'll have to think about how to do that.
Oh, please no. 2 of you are quite enough.
I could start a whole company just based off, like, shadowbox labor.
Well, I mean, just think of the simplest thing, of course. You could be your own band.
I don't know if he plays.
Or I could have a decent backing group for a change.
There was also the Manual of Flesh column with the wizards. He can make more Johnnies. He just needs enough dwarves.
Dwarf components, at least.
Yeah. With
Well,
a
there's one easy
disguise
place
kit,
to find those.
with a disguise kit, he can have an infinite number of Johnnies.
Oh no.
This is my villain arc.
As all of your characters have had. Vernus was
But this
quick,
one
though.
might
That was
actually
like
be
session
dangerous.
2. Boy. As Kilmore retrieves his
Anyway.
glass of wine, by which I mean 4 bottles.
Yeah, it's been a few rough days.
Definitely has.
Yeah. And Draven also takes a liking to various bottles of hard liquor and eventually passes out. He doesn't even take the lips off a bottle before downing. By the end, he has probably downed 4, 5.
I feel a wee bit bad about this here. I mean, if we're staying for a whole month, I'm not sure if this wine cellar's going to survive.
Well, I guess I can talk with him once he wakes up. I mean, he does have his mug that gives him more beer, I think.
Aye,
He might have to rely a bit more on that one.
Kellamorn looks a bit surprised here, but then she's not blaming him, so he's fine with that and walks off. Sure, Draven's your one problem with the wine cellar. As he clinks away.
Wine is not quite as expensive as actual distilled liquor.
And most of the shit he's grabbing is.
Yeah.
He's talked to a professor before. He knows he's got some premium stuff he never shared.
But he will also probably give Kelmon a bunch of the cheaper stuff if he's just going for quantity. I mean, once he's drunk enough, there's no real difference anymore. But yeah.
How you think, but there's always bragging rights. I have no idea what it tastes like, but you know there's only 3 bottles of this left in the world now.
Anyway, anyone else of you want to do anything this evening before heading to bed?
Nope, just kind of chatting, trying to relax.
I want my familiar back. So goodbye 10 gold.
All right.
Um,
You have your familiar next to Johnny.
Why are you going to
next
buy
to
a
that
ferret in this town?
It's a weasel.
Ilfrin would decide to take his reverie outside in the garden tonight.
All right. So around here, something.
Yeah, so that he's kind of out there and he can take a listen.
All right.
And there's plenty to listen to as Kelmorn sits himself out on the balcony. With a lounging chair, several bottles of wine, and his instruments, playing out the night.
You see, that would be. He knows eventually you'll stop, and he'll just wait till his reverie. Wait for his reverie until you're gone back in. He only needs 4 hours. You need 8.
Yeah. I'm guessing Kelmon won't be doing that hot in the morning either.
No. He didn't drink all the bottles. He just made sure he didn't have to come down for him again.
Yeah. Well, with that being that, I suppose you all get a long rest.
So what was done with the rest of those apples that weren't eaten?
Imagine he just sat there. Or yeah, Johnny made them in the pie, maybe.
Eventually they would be gotten rid of at some point, right? Either turned into a pie, which I assume would still say egg if it was ever eaten.
I do want to see if that happens.
Or cast out into the trash, where if any animal tries to eat it, you would hear a loud egg throughout the night.
But would the egg charge not be consumed on being sliced?
Eaten. Eaten
Has to
was
be eaten?
Yep.
I mean, maybe it's really bad. It could have whole apples in the pie. You don't know how he cooks.
Yeah. Then a mouth will form on the apple and call egg.
The fuck?
Hear a loud egg and then a cat shriek.
Yeah. I mean, depending on how stressful the evening was, some of you might have even forgotten about the egg incident. And grabbed an apple in the evening.
I'm sorry, but at nighttime I only take them in liquid form.
Apple juice?
Or cider.
Ah, yes. Angry Orchard Apple Ale. He invented it.
So I have a question.
Yes.
If the apple was then turned into a juice, would it say egg when you drank it?
That strains
Is
the knowledge
drinking
of
the
magic
same
at
as
this
eating?
point. Could it survive
It is.
the?
Both are consumed.
But yes.
And what part of the apple is doing it? Is it the skin of the apple? If you peel it and then bite it?
Yeah, I'd probably say that would destroy the spell when the
Yeah.
object is no longer one piece. But
Oh, good. So that's what we have to do.
We must destroy these apples.
We could just deal with the egg.
Anytime
unnatural.
cauterize with food, put it in the blender.
It's unnatural.
Here's these pork chops in the blender.
It's just an apple, and an egg is just a thing.
yeah, and it just screams that once.
But Sin has
Like a
that mouth on it.
surprise. Well, you know.
Yeah. Oh, that reminds me, I did actually give you something else here. Some notes on the various shops, what is available there, which might be specifically of interest for the wizard, Grayson, for the spell scrolls.
Ooh, circlet of blasting. That sounds like fun.
Actually, kind of lame. Wait, didn't Salt? Oh no, the Saltmarsh A party had one. Just one free casting of Scorching Ray. Yeah.
Pot of greed.
Shieldy.
I was like, when I play this spell, it allows me to draw 2 cards from my deck.
Well, the circlet has the advantage that it doesn't require attunement.
Yep. Just a free casting of level 2 spell. Not bad.
Yeah. It's a neat ranged option for people that don't have that much range.
Mm-hmm.
You love a pot of awakening? I mean, Malormor had to have something really cool somewhere in that garden, right?
See, the great part is it would be a much better item if it was the drug aspect of it. Like as it is, it's a potted plant, or it's a pot you can plant things in. They'll become awakened. Whereas better if you can awaken an animal if you can convince it to smoke this blunt. If you're able to get a bear to smoke, it'll be awakened to reality.
Yo, I swear, dude, this will change your life, dude.
If you can somehow get a chicken to inhale, it will gain sentience.
Eventually,
also-
Ilfrin.
The ones where the question marks are that are the shops you haven't been to yet.
Eventually,
everybody
Ilfrin's
else.
gonna have to check out. Because that pearl of power would be great, but he can't afford that.
Well, anyway, so you do wake up the next morning,
Damn it.
and you wake up to the sound of a screamed egg. And if anyone goes down there, you find Kendra staring at a bitten apple lying on the ground with a kind of surprised expression.
Oh,
That's
we
one
should
of
have told her.
Og's.
Yes, I remember them, but I forgot. It's been yesterday.
Yeah, I'd almost forgotten as well. Oh boy, Og.
Well, at least it has stopped now. Oh, I guess into the cereal it goes. And she picks it up, washes it, and starts cutting it up. So, what are your plans for the day? She asks as everyone comes down. Sybil presumably keeps working on her suit. And Draven doesn't even show up. He stays in the room. And if anyone tries to wake him up, there will be a dagger weakly poked at this person.
It was a good turn of luck yesterday with that fire and such.
Excuse me?
Well, I mean that the meeting was going on. I don't know how long these things usually go, having never been to one before, but the stench, oh God, that was starting to get to me. The fire really put an end to that. I can still smell it now. Thank God.
Ilfrin walks over and puts a hand on your shoulder and just goes, Hog. What?
He needs to meet
Yeah.
Cornelius. The two can spend a whole evening complaining about the poor.
Yeah. Kendra gives Pog a raised eyebrow, but refrains from saying anything. But her disdain is palpable.
I mean, at least they were having a serious complaint. They weren't talking about land rights and cows and all that other shit.
No, they weren't.
No, exactly. It wasn't too bad.
They may not have been talking about cows, but you could smell them on the air.
Hog. Look
It
at me,
is a
Hog.
farm village. After all, it is to expect that some farmers are here.
That was a rude statement, Hog.
Yes. As intended.
He goes and he
Ah,
just
yeah.
sits down, shakes his head.
I can't really argue with that.
I suppose that might be because why my father never introduced me to you. I suppose.
Surely it must have simply slipped his mind.
No, he told me quite a bit about all of his colleagues and friends. Barely mentioned you, though.
Hmm.
I love how he's considering
Anyway.
this.
Yeah. Anyway, so what will you be doing today?
Oh. Is this the GM asking or her
Yes.
asking?
Well,
okay.
Kendra as well as the GM.
Well, I have more errands to run in town. As it is.
Should we
Well,
not handle, what we were hired to do?
What do you think you can make potatoes say?
Well, from what I gather, Sybil is still busy with preparing her thing she got delivered.
Are we just going to gloss
Draven
over what
is-
Johnny said there? I feel it was an
I was
important
trying
question.
to. I was planning on glossing over that. Yes, as a matter of fact.
It would have been a
But
wise
thank
decision.
you.
No, I think we should definitely air that out. Give it a chance to really breathe in the air. Well, Pog? Mr. Pog, sorry.
Well, Johnny, I believe the greatest minds at the university are still pondering that question. What vocalizations are capable from a potato?
I'll have to visit there after this whole thing.
Truly the conundrum of our age.
Well, Ilfrin,
Cedric
you're
and
a
I
man
had
of...
some musings. We thought it would say tomato.
Well, Ilfrin,
Don't
you're a
ask
man
me
of
where that
nature.
came from.
You're one to speak with the groves, eh?
I speak with actual potatoes. I don't make them magically say egg.
Wait, you can talk to potatoes?
I am the Nilfrin, and I speak to the
Yes?
potatoes, and the potatoes say time to die, bitch.
You're now Johnny's best friend.
He looks utterly baffled. Of course, I speak with the potatoes.
You guys, I thought you just spoke to
Flowers?
animals.
Oh, you can speak to the trees and the grasses and other sorts of things. How else are you going to figure out what's wrong with them?
Oh god, that sounds terribly annoying. I don't need every potato and tree and man, everything just yelling at me all the time. Ugh.
You don't have to. You only ask them, and then they'll talk to you.
Oh
knew
good, so
you-
they're not like squirrels. Okay.
I know you nature botherers were
Hey.
tiresome, but Jesus.
Girls don't talk all. Well, they talk all the time, but they talk to themselves, not you.
Look, they follow me on campus. They want my nuts.
What?
He is biting his tongue hardcore.
It's usually nice to feel wanted. Kelmorn sips his tea.
The cheer of the crowd's nothing better.
How many carafes of tea are on the table right now?
Well, Johnny's got 2.
Oh, I love how this is a recurring theme. How much tea do we have right now? And the answer is yes.
Kelmorn has the pot he made for other people, and the one he made for himself, it has a wine bottle sticking out of it.
All right, so there are at least 2 pots of tea then.
Let's go with 3. 3 sounds good.
Yeah,
Trying
Plus,
to
everyone's
roll.
individual.
yeah let's roll this.
So we gotta roll for.
Roll strength, everybody.
It should be a willpower save of whether you
Okay,
made
so-
tea or
Damn it,
not.
just 2 pots of tea.
I was not going to make tea today.
Okay, yeah.
But were you able to resist?
Good lessons have been learned.
There always must be tea.
Hey, what shop sells more, like cups and stuff?
That'd be the blacksmith, right?
What?
Did he say cups or cups?
Ah, exactly. Cups.
It depends, I guess, of what kind you want. If you want a metal cup, it would be a blacksmith. If you want an earthenware cup, maybe the general store. But a glass cup might be the apothecary.
If you want.
I think we should get ceramic. Nice, something nice.
I conjure ceramic milk.
Yeah. I suppose for you something chunky would be best, that doesn't break easily.
Yes, that is my Tinder profile.
Fuck off.
Looking for something chunky but doesn't break easily. Well, I'm going to have a morning stroll, see if there's any more blood letters written on the Harrison Memorial, then I'll come back and see what's what.
Of course. Well, I guess I will keep helping Sybil with her project. And you all have a nice day then.
Yeah, it's like evening.
Do you want to
see
make
you at
that a
lunch.
word or a sentence?
Okay, oh, yeah. See you this evening.
There you go.
Yeah. Or for lunch. Depending.
I think I might have a picnic.
All right. With that, these are the busy people. So, I suppose a Pog will return to his project as well.
First stopping by the silk purse to see what items might have been pawned there.
All right. Anyone coming along, or will he go alone?
Fine. I'm gonna be going to the general store later, so I'll tag along.
Also, what of the art's worth? You have like 200 gold of random items. Did we
Yeah.
keep any of that, or was that
I-
left at the?
I don't think you've sold that yet.
Hmm.
Yeah, you still have that around. At least no one did anything about it in the party inventory.
We want to
Because
sell some of this stuff.
Because I do give you that stuff to look over and edit.
Yeah, it's usually bad form to go into a place like this with no business to transact. So I will take the hairpins and medallion.
What about the bloody
Alright.
hand axe? It's a good party trick.
Yeah.
Yes, you just raise it up. I'm here to see how much you're willing to offer for this.
What would you
Obvious-
say if I showed you this?
I'm hoping when you see this, you'll give me all your money.
Yeah, so this is the standard. Hey, I'm here to maybe get rid of this. What do you have on the shelf? Yeah.
Yeah.
Window shopping without as much annoyance because I'm at least here to do business with them.
He's making a show of I'm not here to just waste your time.
Yeah.
How civilized.
Anyway, so as you enter the shop, you are greeted by a couple called Luramin Tai and Quess Yearburn. And you also see around the silk purse hanging around a few mercenaries or guards, bodyguards, whatever. 4 at the moment. There might be more, but they just seem to be there for a moment, for the moment, not really doing anything, just being protection in general. And the man actually greets you as you enter. Ah, hello there. How can I help you?
Oh, good morning. We happened to not have a need of these items anymore and was wondering what you would appraise them to be worth.
Well, let me see then.
So I hand over the medallion and the silver hairpins.
Yeah. It was because they are actually specifically priced. There. Well, together, I would probably give you around 100 gold for this.
That sounds fair. And while he was appraising, I was kind of trying to eye up the inventory of what's on display.
Oh, yes, of course. Don't mind looking at them. You can answer everything, see what you like. And as you look through, do actually give me an Arcana check.
Let's see, I'll try to give myself as much of a benefit as I can here.
Sure thing.
Oh,
Wow, there's a one. Amazing.
Yikes.
maybe Johnny's there to help. Maybe you can just point out a few things. Maybe Johnny knows. Get some advantage, maybe.
Well,
All
for
right, you
that,
get
Johnny,
1/2 advantage. Yeah.
for that, I will ask an Arcana check from Johnny as well.
Oh, is he gonna outdo Pog?
Oh, wow. What is with these rolls? God damn.
What the fuck? This is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
that was better.
So as you you look through the things, something you do notice a variety of jewelry and gemstones. A few things that call attention to them is a ring with some engravings, which which Luramin, the owner, tells you is a ring of feather falling. There is also a a shift weave, which is currently appearing as a fine set of noble's clothes. A dagger that seems to be made of bone out of one piece. It looks kind of strange, and as you touch it, there are some sparks between your finger and the dagger that are kind of unpleasant. But you have no idea what it actually means. It just means to you the dagger is kind of charged. Maybe you've rubbed yourself too much on the carpet, though. Could also be the case. And then there's also a fairly large rose quartz. That doesn't seem to have anything particular about it, aside from its size.
Well,
Shift weave.
do I hear
You're not there,
my
Hush.
friend's voice just echoing in my mind? No.
You can
Uh,
ask about things too, if you wish to.
that's quite the interesting dagger that you have there.
Yes, it was a kind of heirloom that was sold to us once in exchange for a nice sum of money. The one who sold it to me, told me it was made from a dragon's tooth, actually. I'm not entirely sure if it's true, but it does have something about it.
It gave me a bit of a jolt touching it.
Yeah, it does that. You should probably just grab it at the handle. And keep it in its sheath, if you're not actually using it.
Mm, let's find out.
On the dagger?
Yes.
Alright. It is indeed a dagger made out of a dragon's tooth. It has some draconic essence left. It deals an additional 1d4 lightning damage, and it can also be used as a spell focus. No attunement required.
Seem to recall that someone was in the market for a fancy dagger. He seems to lose them quite often.
No. The one who was into the fancy dagger made the mistake of giving the fancy dagger to someone else who fucking lost it.
You say quite the sum of money. For what amount would you be willing to part with this?
Well, what would you offer?
Well, I have come so far with goods of 100 gold. Would it be in excess of that?
Yes, it would be.
But
Well, it is. I wouldn't expect many people to actually use it in combat, given it is a mere dagger, but I would price it around 400 gold, I would say.
well, if you will keep that 100 gold of jewelry in trust for our party, I'm sure there might be those amongst us more interested in that dagger than I currently am, but I have no use for it, and they might. And I believe we might
Well,
have further items that would make the difference, and we could
well,
come to an appreciable trade.
I can do that. However, I believe I would prefer to simply send you a bit of gold in exchange for these items you've brought me. I do not like having an open tab, debts, or anything like that. I much prefer to be the one people owe money to, rather than owing it to them.
If that is as you wish, I simply had hoped to avoid the trivialities of exchanging legal tender.
Fucking God.
Well, still, here you go. As he counts out some coins and hands them to you.
I hand them to Johnny.
I handed them to my other Johnny.
Right.
My God. And we sent these guys out into the world.
I guess I'll put it in the party inventory for now.
It's more like they venture out into the world on their own, which is much worse.
Johnny,
Should
you
have gone
said
with them.
you made mention of going shopping elsewhere, so you will have more use of this than I.
Excellent. I'll bring it back to the tavern when we're not the tavern, to the house when
Yep.
we're done.
That was a Freudian slip if I ever heard one. Okay. I will be about my business.
All right. See you later.
Well,
Yes.
But I do have
Let's
one more
see if
question for the pawn shop. What is the deal with that big ass rock?
That's? I don't think that has anything about it. It's
How
just
much?
for the mere size? Oh, well, that would be... A stone that size would go for around 500 gold.
Okay. Not right now. Maybe later.
Of course.
See ya.
Well, have a good day. Both of you.
Thumbs up.
I've already long gone.
Yes, Hermann Freud, Schmifrimblum psychiatrist, became very popular among the Drow. As he asked them about their trauma, tell me about your mother.
Oh, God.
There's a lot they could say about their confused sexual feelings about their mother.
Or sisters.
The Oedipus establishment. It's not so much a complex.
I remember the time my sister hit on them. It was very uncomfortable.
I told her I was her brother, and she said that only made it better. I got more uncomfortable.
Oh no.
Doesn't it really matter? Not really matter at all if you're a male or a female? You can always get hit on by your sister or mother.
Also,
No,
and
not with
also
Drow.
erection.
Oh, Drow, because they want to keep the family line strong. You don't want to go in circles or have a curve.
Yeah, that's just an added level of awkward if your sister walks up and says, "Let's bone." A male Drow can't say no.
And yeah,
It's just-
Johnny, are you going to do anything else?
I just want to drop by the general store, get like a picnic basket and some bait for fishing.
Yeah, no trouble. You can get that.
And how much is total for the cost?
Just a basket and some bait, you said?
Yeah, and maybe a blanket.
Around a silver. Negligible amount of money.
Okay.
Blanketed baskets are becoming a theme for your character. Shall we have one for Mulch they can hide in?
With a little, he just pops out
Please.
the lid.
Please don't tell me that Johnny was found in a picnic basket floating down a river.
No, he's from a strong
No,
dwarf
no.
family.
Yeah, exactly. Tupperware. He was sealed for freshness.
Okay, you got to be careful because I almost spit coffee on my keyboard.
Weaved from fibers? That sounds like fucking elf talk to me. No. Iron casket with padlock. That is how we will send our child down the... Oh. Probably should have put something in for flotation.
Well,
Seal
if
the
box
holes,
is
maybe.
large enough, it can work in its own boat.
We should have
Just
put a
need to
fucking
speed
engine in.
that
Next
back.
time, next time.
All right. Johnny, anything else? Well,
I'll
Pog
head back to the
will
residence.
presumably deal with his mannequin.
He's gonna make his pro move.
All right. In the meantime, Grayson, Ilfrin, Kelmorn. Anything?
Well, like I
Or-
said, I went to check to see if there's anything been added to the Harrowston Memorial.
Oh, right. Yeah.
We have a new bloody letter to
Um,
keep track of.
There is, in fact. It is an S.
Andy.
Oh crap! Didn't mean to put that in the. Okay, so it only takes 1 hour, so I'm not busy all morning. That's what I wanted to check, but it went into the thing instead.
So the moment it's no one we know, unless they're missing letters.
Well, wasn't it?
VES we've got
It's-
so far.
Yeah.
So it's not Versari and it's not Versorina. She's already dead anyway.
You do have the. I think you have that shown.
Oh, it's written wrong on the NPC thing. So it is Vessoriana.
Ah.
Oh, yeah. Right.
There we go. Okay, so we do know who it is.
Okay.
I don't know how the R sneaked in there.
They've
Sneaking.
been known to do that.
Don't get races against the R's. Just let them in.
7, 8, 9.
Says the country that cheats at Scrabble by throwing shit in words.
Fuck you, they never give us enough U's.
Yeah, that must be a problem for you guys. It's like-
But well, that's Liasa Barton. Grayson will be busy with the spell.
Yeah.
Ilfrin,
I'm busy for at least an hour.
will you watch
Basically,
Grayson perform the ritual?
not Grayson.
Well, you get
Heavens no.
information on doing it.
He finds a dead weasel. You see him out back. He's drawing a circle. Then he stabs it with a dagger.
No, he finds a live weasel and it keeps trying to walk away and he just keeps putting it back in the circle while he talks over it. You are now bound to you're bound to my will. Get back here.
Back here! You're bound to me, you son of a bitch!
Ilfrin would walk away if he saw that. Just oh, for fuck's sake. No, he'd be going back as before, which is just running drinks to the ladies, running food to the ladies.
Being a house servant, like a good male
Basically.
drow.
Oh fucking hell!
Now polish the statues.
Oh fuck! No. That he would draw a hard line at that one.
Why are you fetching a ladder, Drow?
Because I can't levitate now that I've been on the surface. I have to relearn this shit. Wait, no, I do know how to levitate. Never mind. No, I do know how to levitate. I can do that.
Yeah, but just basic drow instincts kicking in, serving the females.
If anybody ever said that, that would get a different response.
That's dredging up all kinds of issues.
He would have some very choice words on where people can shove those words.
But can he really deny the truth?
If it was told to him, he would, and then he would be incredibly bitter about it and probably stop doing it for a little bit.
And then right back to it, because he'll want to get in trouble after all.
No, not that he doesn't want to get in trouble. But
Yeah.
whenever Johnny came back, he would ask how it went.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, sold some
Um,
shit. We sold the medallion and the hairpins, right?
Yeah, I guess Kelman will return too.
Nah, I'm gonna head for the Phrasma Temple.
Oh, right. Fuck. Go away. Why am I... No, what? That...
I can just... There we go. I can just put my own token there. It's fine.
Yeah, no, I was moving the Harrowstone Memorial text and the circle onto the map layer. I was trying to, but it fucked up.
He likes to do that.
Yeah. As you go to the temple, you are greeted by Father Grimbarrow. And just showing it because.
Ah.
Yes. Ah,
What's wrong with your
You.
face?
Telmon, was it? I remember you.
Yeah, it's good to meet you again, Father. I'm surprised you're light out in the daylight. Anyway, I was looking to ask a wee question, maybe a bit of assistance here, in fact.
I suppose.
I
How
was
can I help you with?
well. We came across a few what's the right term for it? Sort of legacy items, a couple of cursed possessions of those ones up in Hearthstone. I was wondering if you take a look at this one, maybe get rid of the evil in it, because I had a fair go myself as he extracts from his coat the pretzel-like busted-up flute.
Oh, I see.
I must admit I was a
no.
bit blunt about my methods, so I'm not surprised it didn't quite take. But there's definitely a curse on this one when it's played.
Well, let's give it to me. I shall have a look.
Ooh, here you go. Enjoy.
Thank you. And he seems to start a bit of a ritual of his own.
It's got the same kind of twists and turns as an earphone cable would have the moment it sits in your pocket.
Yeah.
I could probably get Johnny to help me straighten it out and all.
Yeah, well, after a while he hands it back to you with a frown. Well, I can definitely tell there is something sinister about it, but I don't think I can remove it that easily. These kind of items, they usually require some specific course of action to purge them, cleanse them. Where did you get it again?
Aye, we got it up in Harrison. I was snooping about there looking to see what done in the good old professor.
Ah, I see.
The thing is, we're a bit fucking banjacks then if I need a specific thing, because like I used it to help quell the spirit of a piper who was still floating around on the upper floors when I found out it was fucking cursed. It wouldn't let me go, the bastard thing. Yeah, excuse my language.
Oh no, it's quite alright.
Right then, he was a fucking cunt. But
well,
I
no need to be quite that blunt, I believe.
Aye, but he was forcing me to play his shitty music, but we did, like, as far as I can tell, we dispensed with his spirit.
Did you really though?
I don't know.
Some of these haunts are quite persistent. Sometimes you can beat the symptoms, but the root cause might still be around. For example, I've had such a similar case at some point where there was this kind of place where a girl died in the winter, and when she was locked out and froze to death. And ever since, around the doorstep of that house, there was an biting cold that never really went away until we actually found her bones and cremated them. So.
Right. So we shouldn't
There might
bother
be
trying to
something else
just.
to do.
So we shouldn't really bother just fighting about with spirits of them. We should get to the remains and deal with that, eh?
Yes, well, it is not always just the bones. It can be something else. It's difficult to tell. Sometimes you can try to communicate with the spirits. Sometimes they can help you with that. Tell you what they need to find rest.
Aye, well, these are not the nice, generous sort, though. These are a bunch of the foulest killers that were locked up there, so I don't know if that's quite on the objective line with them. Like, the Piper himself, he wasn't even properly appearing until he was afflicting our mates with him. Blood was just arising out from spectral sturges and all. It was a horrible thing to see. But he did not appear
yes.
normally, it's just his music persisted.
Yes, I can imagine that. But usually, most spirits do want to pass on to the afterlife rather than be trapped in this world. Or maybe there's some other spirits can help you there.
Aye, well, like I said,
Maybe.
there's the spirit of the wife of a warden.
Well, perhaps she can help you out then.
Now, feels like she's currently the one targeted. You've heard about the bloody letters, aye?
Yes, I heard so.
Aye.
Those.
The names I've come across so far, looks like it's spelling hers.
Hmm.
And that was
Do
the
you have
MMO.
any idea why that would be?
Aye, it was one of the killers there. Let's see here. Which one was it now? Well, the Splatterman. Don't know if you know of that one.
Well, not personally, but I could check with the archives. We do have some detailed lists.
Aye, you
Oh,
can look him
yeah?
up under the name Heen Ferriman.
All right. I shall look at those then. Do you want me to do that now, or?
It's your early convenience. I haven't got a whole lot to do today.
All right.
I could come back later if you fancy.
Yes, I suppose I will get some visits from some injured villagers who I couldn't help that much yesterday.
Well, I can lend a bit of a
But I
hand there
should
if you
find
want.
time. No, but I should find time to do some research.
Well, I'm not making use of my magical talents at the moment. I could get a few people on their feet a bit quicker.
Yes, I believe they will come around soon. In the morning, maybe after lunch.
Alrighty. Well, why not? Let's make a day of it then.
All right. And you stay there then?
Yep.
All right. And eventually, the Father Grimborough, I'm bad with names, returns and just tells you basically what you've already heard from Sybil, that this person, there's this.
Heen Ferriman? Splatterman?
Yeah. Ian Ferriman, he was a scholar.
Yep.
Who kind of got obsessed with true names of demons and people, and did have a tendency to gradually, every few days, write a bloody letter in a place where the supposed victim would find it. And once the name was spelled out, he would kill them and write the whole name on the side of the killing again. And the way he did the killing was usually through some sort of Final Destination move, where things happened that looked like an accident, but resulted in the death of the victim.
As you can see, I'm not really feeling like this will be a man I can have an open dialogue with on getting out.
No, I suppose not.
Not sure the rest of them either, like, the rest are all nefarious. It's a bit tough to imagine having diplomatic encounters with him.
Well, do you know what changed? What made them go loose?
Aye, so originally they seem to be bound to the place thanks to the spirit of the warden himself. But very recently, it was the lot that actually killed the professor as well. They made all kinds of weird marks around the foundation. I've copied a few of them down here if you want to take a glance. But aye, so they marked these around the whole perimeter of the prison. When they extracted the warden himself, like in spirit, he is gone. To what end, I don't know, but because of that, a bunch of them have sort of flared up and all. And apparently only kept mostly in the confines of the prison by the warden's wife. Her spirit there still.
Huh.
But
I see. So
she's
the
getting
prison
well
lost
taxed
its
by it.
warden.
And as we can see with the whole bloody letters thing happening in town here, it's not entirely succeeding. So, got a bit of a time pressure on this one.
Yeah, I understand. So basically the prison lost its warden, and the wife is keeping them back.
As best you
So-
can, aye? So even after quelling that haunt, you're thinking the Piper's still in there, aye?
He might be.
Because his effect's still here on his flute.
Yes, it might have something to do. Did you find the warden's corpse yet?
No, we've not been down far enough for that.
I see. Well, the best idea I could tell you is that maybe somehow replacing the warden would be an option. That could possibly help. I mean, the wife is...
She was looking for, was it signs of authority sort of thing. To make the rest of the spirits recognize that she's the one in charge.
I see, yes, it could work. Maybe...
Think he's got like a badge or something? Or his
yes,
keys, I
maybe
suppose.
if the warden has something on him. A ward, a badge, a sigil, anything like that, maybe a ring.
Aye.
With
Well,
that, she might be able to quell the spirits and lay these haunts to rest.
well, hopefully his corpse is still in there. As I said, there was that group who bust in, took his spirit away, that might have taken the body as well. But we've not got a lead on where they went.
What kind of group are you talking about?
Look like, according to the professor's notes, no, because he was tracking a wee bit, a cabal of necromancers. What are they called? The Whispering Way.
Yeah. As you say that the father, as you say, necromancer, the father's face just turns into a really hateful grimace. Kind of scary looking on his face, particular.
I mean, I'm kind of surprised having this reaction, because what did he think we were talking about when I said they took a ghost? It's
Yeah,
those crazy old abjurers and illusionists. Ah, yes, those nefarious
Yeah.
boys.
Yeah, but just saying necromancers, that's basically the Pharasma is basically diametrically opposed to undead and necromancy. Basically, she says, what is that is supposed to stay dead. Fuck undead.
Yes.
They gotta die. Or keep staying dead. Yeah. Necromancers is a whispering way. Haven't really heard much or anything about them, but if you know anything about them, do let me know. I shall send word to some of the cities nearby. Maybe we can send some paladins out there on inquisitors to root them out.
Aye, well, I'm inclined to think they're behind a few of the occurrences we've had here. The fire at the town hall may have been them rather than the prisoners. None of them were an arsonist. And then there was the thing happened to the Laughing Demon. Nefarious, horrible noises and the burning cards and the smoke.
Well,
Mind you,
people
that could
said
be
it
the
didn't-
Splatterman, as you were saying. He was tangling, studying demonic names and whatnot. Maybe he took one on himself.
Well, there have been some strange things, like the thing with the cards you mentioned, but they didn't leave any traces usually.
Aye.
Just a faint smell of fire and smoke, perhaps, but nothing actually burned.
Unlike the town hall, though, that one was a full-on flame.
Yes. And there were also these burning skulls floating about.
Aye.
Unpleasant things.
Seem rather odd, eh?
Yeah. Well, I can't tell you much more than you already know, I guess. But if you do find them, if it is indeed something to do with the Whispering Way, with the fire, do tell me. We will send word to one of the bigger cities, talk with Benj and Keller. If there are indeed necromancers about here in town, we need to find them.
Well, I mean, there must be,
And
Father, sure. Myself, my lovely Sybil, and then the sheriff, we put down a trio of zombies in town.
yes, I've heard. And one of my acolytes actually dealt with a lone skeleton wandering about.
Whereabouts was that?
It was actually somewhat near the temple.
Hmm.
At the crossing up here.
Seems well odd to just have a lone skeleton wandering about.
Yes, I don't know what it wanted either. But we disposed of it. Laid the bones to rest again.
I'll have a wee check up that way. But first of all, I'll help you out with your injured clientele, eh?
Yes, of course.
And I'll just use up all my spell slots of the day.
Alright. As you heal some injured peasants that come with burn wounds that haven't healed properly yet. And with that, I guess we return to the others.
Mm-hmm.
At the Ravengrow home.
Yep.
Johnny returns.
And so does
I would
Johnny.
ask Johnny. Yeah, Johnny and Johnny arrived. And I would ask Johnny, how did it go?
Please, just call him JJ.
I'm gonna start a law firm, Johnny and Johnny. Went well. We just sold half the stuff in the recent haul, and now we're rich. I start dropping the gold on the ground.
Pick that shit up.
Let's leave it in the bag.
Oh, they start take it piece by piece from him and put it on the ground.
Johnny, leave it in the bag. Okay, so
I just cleaned that.
There.
Come on.
Probably, yeah, he probably did just clean that. Anything interesting that you saw down at the markets or anything?
A really big rock.
What?
Yeah, there's a few things at the pawn shop type area. It was a cool dagger. It was a big rock. Yeah, big rock.
I suppose there wasn't all that much interesting stuff then. Gets to the end of that list quick. It's a big rock and a
about
knife.
the big rock? Any information on the rock?
It's big and expensive.
That didn't really answer my question. You know what? Let's see if we can gather Grayson. He wanted another knife, yes?
Oh yeah, this one was cool.
Let's gather Grayson. I can't believe I just said that out loud. Let's gather Grayson and let's see if we go on down and see if he wants to try to acquire this.
Meanwhile, he's in the backyard screaming at a weasel. You obey my command!
Look at me. I am the captain now.
The weasel is tied up by an unnecessary amount of rope.
I assume that Grayson figured out how to summon a weasel.
Yeah, it just takes a while.
It's a great phrase, isn't it? Grayson, are you playing with your weasel out there?
No.
Go blind.
As long as he hasn't done anything to my garden. It is now, by the way.
I didn't, but the weasel did.
I didn't, but the magic circle I made sure as fuck messed it up.
Yeah, the weasel did that. I had nothing to do with that. That was all the weasel.
Look, you need a lot of salt to summon a weasel, okay?
Johnny, let's go get Grayson. If he's done something to my garden, please stop me from killing him.
I'm pretty sure it's Kendra's garden.
Yeah, no, but currently I'm caring for it. I'm a druid, that's what I do.
I'm gonna make sandwiches.
He just has no follow-up to the topic. Time for a new one.
He waves in front of Johnny's face.
Huh?
Let's go get Grayson, and we can go
Yeah,
down.
but move. I
and
mean, you
check-
got legs. Use them. Jesus, I'm standing here with a bag of gold.
The
I
great
know.
thing
What I'm
is-
saying is, then we should all go down and see if he wants to get that dagger. Would you like me to assist you with making lunch? We could get lunch first.
Well, I'm gonna put it in this basket.
Okay. I just would prefer not to be alone with Grayson.
Oh, you might kill him. That's a good point, actually. I should probably, yeah. Let's go.
And Careless Whisper
Correct,
starts
thank
playing
you.
in the distance.
The great thing for visuals with Johnny is he can just he can use his bonus action just constantly swap between the Johnny positions.
Yeah, he can hold back both of them at once.
Hold me back. Hold me back.
Slapping each other.
Thank you. I greatly appreciate this. I would greatly prefer not to accidentally kill Grayson. Let's go.
We all know it wouldn't be accidental. It would be a determined effort.
Hopefully, it wouldn't be easy.
No, it were an accidental 55 stab wounds.
It
No,
took
it'd be an
seven.
accident. I have no idea how he burned to death.
It took 7 rounds of combat. Of course, it was accidental.
Spontaneous human combustion?
If it was
heard that's a
premeditated, it
thing.
would have been a surprise round.
Yeah. So, what has Grayson done to the garden?
What was this ritual entail? Okay, it doesn't really explain the ritual in the spell thing, does it?
Nah, it's a bit of an omission they have. They don't explain what was entailed in a ritual.
Yeah.
There
You know-
was a circle involved.
So it's all a personal flavor, you know?
I wouldn't have drawn like I would assume I'd have to draw some arcane symbols.
I mean, you're
Well, I
a, you're a
wouldn't draw
blade
them in the
singer, so
garden.
obviously everything you do is by swinging your sword around in random directions at vigorous speed.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, I'm drawing the arcane symbols in the air with my sword. Yeah, and then the portal. to
And
the
that
pocket
branch has to
dimension.
go. That bit of hedge is now
Yeah,
gone.
and then the portal to the pocket dimension is summoned after I draw the sigil in
And
the
then
air.
you
and then I
finish the
then I
spell
reach
by
in and
stabbing the
fetch a-
weasel.
Yeah.
You have a pile of dead weasels beside
I
you.
stab the weasel. Yes.
That euphemism.
Yes, you put your blade through the portal, and when you extract it out, the weasel is impaled on your sword like a sausage.
Exactly. All right, I got him. Put him on the floor. Let's go, buddy. Let's go. Yeah. So that's it's all drawn in the air with sword waving. That works. We'll go with that.
Okay.
And
so
sometimes
it's
it
not,
looks-
It's
and
not
some-
actually the garden. Okay.
No.
And
But
sadly,
even-
sometimes it
even
looks
if I
like
did have to draw something on the ground, it would have been on like a patch of ground, not like. It's hard to draw in a garden. Like, go find some dirt. It's easy to write in. You know.
And you can't forget those times you've summoned your weasel and it looks like he's been swallowing the sword instead.
Oh.
Yeah. So I imagine you come across Grayson as he's just twirling around, dancing and stabbing the
Incredibly
air.
dangerous.
At some point.
I'm doing like how Zoro draws a Z with his sword. Yeah, I'm kind of just sword writing. Yeah.
Yeah. And at some point there's just a weasel stuck on the blade.
Aha, success.
And then I
I lean
bring the
over.
sword back. I pull it off and plop it on the ground.
I lean over and ask Johnny, is this normal behavior for human wizards?
The weasel looks fine, by the way.
Oh, but a human wizards? Do I look like a human wizard to you?
I must admit, this is new for me. Oh dear.
It's
Grayson,
fun.
Yeah, what?
we've well, specifically Johnny has gotten some information on a possible dagger you might be interested in.
Oh yeah, I never did go down that hole. Yeah, okay. Give me a minute. Just gonna clean this up.
Okay.
It tried to
What
kill Pog.
He's just wiping his blade off.
What tried to kill Pog?
The dagger.
Oh, this is wonderful. This is a great idea. Yes, let's go get that.
Did I hear that? How loud did you say that?
Oh, he was just saying it out loud.
Wait, the dagger we're going for killed.
It killed.
You know what?
How
On
did it go?
second
We
thought,
lost Pog.
on second thought, we can we can leave it where it is, maybe.
But if you want to try to kill Pog,
I mean, he's annoying, but I wouldn't say I would want to kill him.
just try.
Well, Ilfrin has a very plaintive look on that sentence.
Yeah, and he's looking at you like you I might accidentally, you know.
Oh, he wasn't even thinking about you, Grayson. He was thinking about Pog.
Oh, I know, I'm aware, but he you know, he does give that look like Ilford. On the other hand, maybe would it be worth it? I mean, I got a pretty cushy life.
Johnny,
I mean-
how did it try to kill Pog?
It zapped him.
No, that's just a magical effect. No, it's okay.
I
Yeah,
saved
that's
Pog's life.
That's what
Grayson,
daggers do. They stab people. Yeah.
Grayson, I would imagine you would actually know Pog, or know of him at least, given you are both at the university.
Yeah. Yeah. I find him a little bit standoffish and annoying.
A little bit?
He's got a real superior attitude to him, which is annoying because he fucking is.
Well, you forget I'm also an academic, so I'm kind of more used to his odd behavior.
Yeah, he's not that eccentric among the rest of the academy.
Yeah, it wouldn't be as unusual for me as it would for, say, you know.
I don't know. I was dealing with matron mothers.
Yeah, I just find him standoffish and annoying. And he's clearly hiding something. I'll get his lucky
The
charms
rest
one
of his
day.
height.
Yeah, the rest-
Where is Pog?
he opens his coat. There's just another Pog. Fuck.
Huh?
I've been out here all morning. I don't. Do I
I
look
was
like his
asking
keeper?
Johnny.
Oh, I think he was looking for potatoes.
All right.
I swear to God, if those start saying egg, I'm gonna lose it.
There's no way they'd say egg and the apples would say egg. That wouldn't be original.
No, the potatoes are going to say apple.
He hasn't been. And he just stops. You know what? I'm sorry I said anything.
And the eggs are going to say potato.
I'm.
The circle
oh.
of life.
On the bright side, there's less chance of just biting an egg.
What happens when? Oh man, what happens when you boil them? Oh fuck. Do they scream like frogs? You know.
Potato!
No, they scream like rabbits. Much worse.
Oh god, that's terrible.
Imagine if he enchants your wine bottles.
Oh, God.
Luckily, Grayson doesn't drink.
Yeah. Just the opening turns into a mouth and screams into your mouth as you drink.
Oh, that's terrifying.
All right, let's get going.
I got a bad feeling about this.
Well-
But sure.
Yeah. You end up back at the Civic Purse, and you enter, and Johnny is greeted by the owner again. Ah, hello, you're back.
I brought sacrifices.
What?
What?
What do you mean?
It was a joke. I'm very funny.
He thinks he's funny.
Wilfred gives
high
a
five
very
myself.
polite chuckle.
Okay, more things.
And I
to
kind of
say.
lean over as he high fives himself. I lean over. See what I mean?
I will say we don't steal in people.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
But yes, what else do you want to sell?
Well, we'd heard about that dagger, and our friend here was looking into daggers.
Oh, of course. Well, if you want to look at our wares, you're welcome to do so. And he points at the corner of the shop where you can buy various things, including the gems and jewelry, the gown, the nobles gloves that are actually shift weave, the rock, the ring, and the dagger.
Told you it was a big ass rock.
I guess both of you are looking over it, over everything.
Yeah, I'd be looking over everything, yeah.
Yeah. You both can also give me a Arcana check.
Give me the ones. All the ones.
The shop is cursed.
Keep her, put her in the bedroom for a little bit. Hold on 1 second.
All right. That's a wonderful 8.
Could have been a magnificent 7.
8.
Well, there's one more chance to succeed.
Well, once he's done wrangling cats.
Yeah. Kind of wondering
There we go. There's the
when
magnificent
he
7.
will show up, though. She did mention she would come later.
Yep.
Yeah, it's also possible that dinner runs long.
Yeah. Dinner, travel time.
Yeah, fair enough. We've actually been just at this just for 1.5 hours because of the late start.
Yep.
Yeah, the plan was to be more casual, right?
Yeah. And more exploration and dangerous things once everyone's back. Meaning Draven and Sybil. And Pog has his project completed. Actually, in that regard, give me another Mason's Tool check. Nim.
Okay. Strength or dex or
Strength. Decent progress. We'll need a few more finishing touches the next day, but it starts to look human-shaped.
That's not right at all. I was making an egg.
Well, it appears to have arms and legs. But at the moment they're quite formless. Then again, if you just want a really, really rough shape, you could go with this one as well.
I have standards.
Braider's typing. Did the cats
Oh yeah,
defeat?
I'm still here. Rena's listening, but the stray cat was banging at the garage door, so we let her back in, and Rena's taking care of her right now.
I see.
So
You're the last hope.
yeah.
Make an Arcana check. Don't be an
oh.
idiot like all of us.
Oh shit, we're rolling for. Why are we rolling Arcana?
To see what
identify
you see in the shop where you are.
Fuck.
I mean, I have a
6.
question. Why can't I just use detect magic?
I also have Identify. Can I use Identify?
Yes, you can. On
I
what
have.
would you like to use it?
Yeah, I have Identify. I didn't take Detect Magic.
There we go. I see what's magical.
You
Well, what-
see, the stone is magic as well, as are the shift weave, the ring, and the dagger. Otherwise, there seem to be no magical there.
Point out. I would ask the shopkeeper about the specific magical items and what they do.
He points at the ring of feather falling, which he knows what he does. The shift weave demonstrates that as well, shows a few outfits, go from just sturdy traveler clothes to various more expensive looking types of suits. So basically anything you would want if you're not wanting to look like a beggar or something who has no money at all. And the Dragon's Tooth, you already know what it does, and he basically tells the same story about that being an heirloom that was sold by someone who collected enough debt that he starts selling off expensive things. And he does mention he could probably sell the Dragon's Tooth dagger for more, but he can't find a buyer, so he's selling it for 400 gold. Could be worth more in other places.
100 gold, huh?
400.
400. As Grayson just looks in his pocket at the 10 gold he has left after after 5 gold. I only have 5 gold left after the weasel.
He doesn't mention the rose quartz at all, so it doesn't appear like he knows it is magic.
I
I would
need an equally
very
cool rock.
stealthily whisper to Grayson that the rock is magical and suggest you use it, identify. Meanwhile, he's going to ask specifics on, okay, what does the shift weave actually turn into, like colors?
Yeah, you can
What
try it on.
He would give it a whirl.
Yeah.
What I
Okay.
like is Ilfrin's trying to run distraction, but gets distracted by pretty clothes.
Well, no, that's the distraction, and he was interested anyways too.
Let me ask a question about it. You could just try us on. Oh, right. I'll be a minute here.
Yeah, so yeah, Grayson's kind of feigning, like, yeah, picking up the rock, kind of.
What could this identify be?
Looking
Get verbal.
acting like I'm just checking it out, checking the sides of it, but I'm really I just need to touch it. I need to fake this,
Yeah, Johnny will just crowd around to try to just block him.
I'm just pointing out
Both
you got
Johnnies.
verbal on that.
Oh shit, I do have verbal.
Oh, I love this rock. I love big rocks. I like freaking rocks. I'm a dwarf who likes
I
rocks.
wish I could
Rocks are cool.
identify the kind of rock that this is.
Wait, would I even have the pearl?
Probably.
Probably 100 gold pearl.
Yeah. Unless the DM gave you one to begin with.
Oh, so I can't.
I think you got some starting capital. I'm not sure how much you got.
Spent
Check.
it all on weasels.
Yeah,
That's
I
crazy.
only have 5 gold left after the weasel.
Sure, we had a bit of cash beforehand, because that's how I got my armor, for example. Like, started with 50, I think.
Yeah, you had 50 starting gold plus the one common item.
Yeah, but that's that. So I wouldn't have the pearl, so I can't identify. Never
Yeah,
mind.
and
Rip.
you also got some things after all. You could
I always forget about components. Fuck. Being a spellcaster sucks. You don't get
You
too many
also
fun
still
stuff.
have the Darkwood case with the scarab where you found the book in, the spirit planchette you have never used, the Ouija board. You
We'll
do
have to
have
keep
a
the
bunch of
planchette.
scrolls and healing potions. You have the Dread Helm, no one used until now, I think.
And there should also be the painting and ring.
Yeah, the painting is also there. You do have something.
In that case, Ilfrin is just trying on the shift.
Yeah, as I said, there's one set of traveling clothes and 4 different sets of nobles clothes for various occasions. I leave the specifics up to you. You can decide them if you find any pretty pictures you want to use.
He would
More or less.
inquire as to price.
The shift weave. Well, that would go for about... it does have a few fancy outfits in there. I'd say 30 gold.
I hand over 30 gold.
Well, pleasure to make business with you.
Do you have 30 gold?
Of course I do. I still have 23 gold left.
That doesn't sound like 30 gold. If anything, that sounds like less.
No, I said I have 23 left after that. I
So
had 53.
So it's just a rock, huh? I'm gonna try to haggle for the rock, see if I can get it for a few
I
gold.
want to haggle for the rock.
I shall delete the shift weave then.
Now you're immediately making
also-
it look as if there's demand for it, guys. The price has just gotten higher.
I'm a dwarf. I like rocks.
Okay,
Also,
if I
Great.
see Johnny wanting to here, yeah, let's take this.
Grayson,
I give it to Johnny. Goes,
while this is going on, you identify the rock.
oh, I
And
do.
you-
Okay, because I didn't know if I
you
could.
find out it is an ion stone that gives you +1 AC while you are attuned to it, and it is floating around you. And it is quite expensive. Like, it's a rare item.
500 gold might be a good deal.
I kind of, nod to Johnny. I was like, Rocks, maybe you can get this off and cheap.
I have an angle. If that doesn't work, we'll try good cop, bad cop. But my angle's better, I think.
All right, go for it.
Yeah.
I hand him the rock.
Because he's both cops.
Oh God.
The thing is something that would usually go for around 2,000 gold or so.
Yeah,
Is
500
your-
is a steal.
Maybe he doesn't know what he has.
Oh, he
No, he
definitely doesn't know.
Oh, sidle up the shopkeep. Hey, shopkeep, 500 gold's a bit tight. But is there perhaps any work or anything you need done, or something you might want traded that could help knock that price down? I like that rock.
You're leading towards, this is a really nice shop you got here. It'd be a shame if something happened to it. I could help with that. Which way?
I will remind you there are bodyguards or shop guards out there.
He
which are
was
heavily
generally
armored.
asking.
No, he's not
He's
asking
really
that way. It's
asking.
just the way it sounds.
No.
I'm
He's
just,
just saying-
waiting for the end roll for initiative. Johnny, what the fuck did you do?
No, that's not the angle. It's just bartering. He wants to knock the price down.
A little scratch your
for
back,
work.
I scratch mine sort of thing.
Yeah. Give me a persuasion check.
I'm there. Can he have advantage? I think he needs all the help he can get.
Minus
How
one.
would you help?
That's the question. Yeah.
Just draw your sword.
Your cane sword. Bonk him over the head.
Please help. Figure out something to help with.
It's now 600 gold.
Yeah. What do you
Wait,
think
just-
how you would like to help?
Just let my friend have the rock. He's a dwarf. They really like these things.
I have the rock. I'm
See,
willing to
doesn't-
work for it.
It doesn't seem that useful to you. Surely you can let it go.
I'm willing to work for the rock. I mean, it's a good
Yeah,
rock.
like he's willing to work for it. He's real strong too. And I kind of punch him on the shoulder. Yeah.
Please get another zero.
Ow!
Do you actually punch the real Johnny or the
Well,
image Johnny?
like a playful punch. Like see, he's
Yeah.
real stout.
Well, if you punch the image Johnny, it would disappear.
Yeah, don't punch that.
No, well, I know what the real one looks like, right? It's not that.
Yeah, no, the other one's
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah,
Translucent.
so I would be doing it for the real Johnny. Yeah, and like there's two of them, and Johnny, do that thing you do.
I teleport.
Yeah.
Well, give me another roll for advantage.
Let's get another one. Okay, better.
Well, you did save the town hall. You are actively helping.
Yes, we did. Yeah.
I guess I can knock off another 50 gold of that. Say 350 gold.
Okay. Now we're in the range. It might take me a few days to get that together, but I'll see what I can do. Do you know any paying work going on around here?
Well, not for that kind of money, but
No.
The guy can get a free meal.
but
Turns out that Johnny just wants to eat the rock.
Mm.
I do think I remember that you were offered quite a nice sum if you actually help the town to deal with the issues we currently have.
We're not allowed to talk
Yeah,
salaries,
that's-
man. You get in trouble.
It's gonna take a few days to get all settled, Gotta actually kill all the ghosts first.
Yeah. Well, if you get that, then you should have plenty of money for the stone as well.
Alright, well. Try not to sell it before I get there.
I'll keep it in store for you.
Oh, thank you.
And he packs the stone away.
That's a cool
So-
rock.
Well, is there anything else I can do for you? I do always like to buy things if you bring me some that are worthwhile. Like this old medallion and the hairpins. Those are collector's items.
He brings up a good point, Johnny. Maybe back home we got something we can barter for the rock.
Does he just run
if
out
we
with?
sell-
Does he just run out with his fucking desk, bits of furniture?
I
Well, you still
mean,
have the Darkwood case and the painting.
yeah, I was going
Yeah.
to say, why have we not sold the case and the painting yet?
So I'll mention that maybe we could barter some goods as well.
Dread helmet. You could also sell the silver sickle.
There's the axe. Your rock doesn't. You
Yeah.
can't get blood from a rock, but you can get blood from this axe.
So much of it.
Let's
It
not
never
sell
stops.
cursed things. I mean,
I'm sure we'll find some more stuff in the prison too.
if we get that typed, it might be great for blood donation drives.
Hmm.
Did anyone actually want the dread helmet?
I mean, I suppose if I get it, I could.
Does.
Kelmorn could look like that Mordhau bard.
Yeah, the helm is cool, but are we going to use it?
I mean, that's quite a sinister look.
I mean, what's its stats? Like,
It doesn't do
other than
anything
just-
except make your eyes glow red when you're wearing it.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was mainly trying to look up. Yeah.
Actually, it could probably give advantage or... Yeah, I'll give it an effect. It gives you a 1d4 to intimidation checks while you're wearing it.
Hmm.
Unless it's Pog, then it would give him minus 1d4. Because of the ridiculous nature of someone at your ankles trying to be intimidating.
Anytime he tries to say anything, it just magically changes it to trick or treat.
Can we get Pog a pair of stilts or something? Yeah. You need moon shoes. Anyone remember moon shoes?
I do. Oh, what about Heelys?
Okay, so...
Heelys, you wear them, you lose 10 foot of movement.
But you get +2 to charisma.
No, you just lose movement. Except downhill. Downhill, you pick up speed.
I take it you're leaving the shop then?
Yeah, I have nothing else to do here.
Yeah, for now.
I am happy with my purchase.
Alright.
I'm actually agreeing with Johnny. I want that rock.
I want the fucking rock. It's so cool.
this is bad. Our goals have aligned. This is.
And
Both
we
kind
don't
share
even
the
know what
rock.
it does.
Yeah, they do.
Only
I do.
oh,
Yeah,
yeah, you do.
I was
yeah.
able to identify it,
Yeah, let them get that for
and that's
free.
why I'm sitting here going, "This asshole doesn't know what he has. Maybe we can get it off him cheap
Yeah.
because I know what it's worth."
I will also say you all would know what the Unfurling Scroll and the Ravengrove Forge have, so if any of that is of interest for you, you would also be aware of that.
How much would Grayson actually tell Johnny about the worth of the rock?
He doesn't. He doesn't want you to blow it, so he would keep it vague.
Okay. Johnny doesn't want to lie.
He doesn't want you to overshare. Like
It's a really cool rock.
Does
It's like, you really want this rock, don't you, Johnny? It's really cool. Yeah.
does he tell Ilfrin something about it?
Fuck no.
Or would he try to? So he would try to hide it. That there was.
I would
anything
try to hide it because I don't want to. I want to see if we can get this rock cheap.
All right. Would Ilfrin be interested enough to make an insight check?
Yeah, I mean, I'm seeing these two clearly go off, so I mean,
Then you two give me deception and insight, respectively.
What the fuck?
Johnny,
You're
it's
trying
this
to-
awesome non-magical rock, like it's super non-magical.
I figure it's magic.
No,
I just don't
how
know what it
many
does.
ones is that? Jesus Christ.
You just need to burn your computer. Get new dice.
Yeah.
Am
You
I
shouldn't
playing
have
with
flushed.
D6s?
Your flush rolls were better than these.
Yeah. It's always a
Ilfrin is going to point out, I'm a drow. We're very, very good at deceit and spotting deceit. Why don't you come clean?
Look. I just don't want too many people to know. If that guy gets word and knows what he has, price goes up. Okay.
I won't
I just like the
tell.
rock. It's a cool rock. You see it, Ilfrey? It's a cool
Yeah.
rock.
See, it's yeah. Tell him it's a cool rock.
I think it's a really cool rock.
Johnny doesn't
I
need
lean
more than that.
over
steel.
and quietly in Grayson's ear, Grayson, what is it?
Armor rock or what? I don't know what we'd call it.
Yeah, it's an iron stone that basically
Rock of protection
like,
or something. Yeah.
yeah, it deflects. It kind of gives you a little bit of a force field that misdirects.
I'll just call it like a rock of shield.
Yeah,
I cast shield and I go, it does this, but
weaker and
Yeah.
all the time.
yeah,
And while
but
it
no
floats around,
spell.
Oh,
It's a cool rock.
Yeah,
that seems like something that we should consider pooling the party resources for.
yeah.
Oh, I'm
But I
buying
don't
this
want
on
too
my
many
own. It's
people to
gonna be
know
my
about it
rock.
because I don't think the shopkeeper knows what he's got.
Johnny just chipping in there, completely ignoring him.
My rock.
How deaf is the shopkeeper?
Well, they're
Oh, no,
outside
we've gone
now.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're back home.
yeah.
Okay.
They are walking
Yeah,
with the
I was-
shopkeeper's brother, though.
I mean, that's why I came back. I was thinking, he wants a couple hundred gold for it. I said maybe we could barter some of these items, get it cheaper.
I only have 23 on my person right now.
Well, that's more than me. Any
There's
price for the
100. There's
weasel?
100 in the pool,
It's expensive.
and I have 13 gold.
Did we get the paintings reviewed
have 100.
for price?
I don't
Well,
think
one
it's
of
been
them we know
appraised.
is-
We could bring it back again. This guy
I
might
think
not
we're
know
just
what
very
he.
short still.
Why don't we check to see if anybody wants the helm? We could then sell the art. Potentially the helm. Obviously, of course, we'll want to sell the case because we don't really have a use for the case, but we'll keep the planchette.
The
Between
gold.
that and what we've got, we might be able to barter all of it together.
Yeah, meanwhile, Kelmorn is at the temple healing people.
Doing good
Cool.
stuff for free.
Yeah.
Although, I do raise a question. On my previous 2 nights of performance at the inn, did I make any coin?
Did you run around with your hat afterwards?
Or what?
Did you turn
Did
your
you
hat
actually
up?
ask for donations or anything like that?
Ah, well, it's a case of, the hat's on the stage.
Or I assume like he did the thing where the music or the instrument case is just open at the foot of the stage.
Yeah, but he's got 4 instruments, so all 4 cases are open.
Little red
One for each
arrows
kind of
pointing.
coin.
Yeah, just puts it in front of any other musicians. Or he could ask the proprietress. Maybe she wants to give him a little bit of a wage for the evening performance.
Damn gig economy.
The first one was pretty well, the other one was fairly average, I think I remember.
Yep.
Let's go with this.
And recall, you also have the silvered sickle and silvered throwing
Yeah,
darts.
you get 14 gold out of it.
Nice.
I was gonna say,
Those were-
isn't Ilfrin using those?
Those was.
We're using some of the darts.
I thought Ilfrin was using the sickle.
Yeah.
So
And I think I split the darts with Draven.
You got good rolls
Yeah.
for that.
yeah, you did. Wish we could have had those like 2 rolls ago.
Oh, we did get 3s and 4s, to be fair.
You bastard!
You got
stealing
those
all my-
numbers. What are you complaining about?
Yeah, no, I rolled a 1.
So did I.
Many of us rolled a 1.
Yeah, there's been a lot of. I swear. You know, this is what happens between Blood Bowl seasons. I don't burn off my dice.
This is what happens when you play with dice with numbers on them instead of little pictures.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah. The Inquisitor dice with the little pictures on them, they're the shit. Yeah.
Well, are you going to do the sales pitch for the things before lunch or after?
After lunch, I'd say. I don't want to do it in an empty
Yeah.
stomach.
Then I'd say Caramel would probably return at some point.
Well, I was going to check out the crossroads where we found the skeleton.
Oh,
And he never came back.
Ask any details, like what direction they saw it coming from, if they can remember.
yeah, just from the north as well. It was just about reaching it, staggering around. Actually, let me see something.
Actually, I saved one.
Yeah, sure, why not? The skeleton belonged to a family which house was located here.
May have been a bit of lingering familiarity then.
Yeah.
And very strange it's got up by itself. Or even as part of the group and then split away. They don't usually have such a ingrained sense of purpose. Although I'm guessing from the sounds of a DM that there's actually nothing notable about the skeleton whatsoever.
Yeah, no, that's just a villager skeleton that died.
At which point I'll head on back.
Yeah, meet with the others. For lunch. Alright.
Ooh, all is working
course.
on lunch.
Pog,
I'm making ham and cheese
will-
sandwiches.
Yeah,
will
Grayson
Pog
will be working
return
on
as
lunch.
well for a lunch break, or will he keep working? No?
What?
Will Pog return for lunch, or will he work the entire day?
I would probably return for lunch because otherwise I might get sweaty and perspired, and that would be unbecoming.
Very well. You all meet up then.
If Johnny's
If you-
making sandwiches, I would ask if he wants potato salad for a salad.
Well, that
Fuck
sounds
off with
good.
potato
Yes.
salad. Jesus Christ, that's the lowest effort possible. Why would you even
Salad's
invite a person that
amazing.
brings potato salad?
And Grayson just pulls out a big steak. Oh man, I tried to make a salad. Fucked up again.
I mean, has nobody ever had true potato salad?
Bacon with scrambled eggs could also count as a salad, I suppose.
Is that
Either a
the-
sandwich or it's not a sandwich.
Is that the lawful evil of salads or something?
I'm just saying,
Oh god, are
potato
we getting
salad
a
with
salad
bacon.
alignment chart?
No,
Bacon potato salad.
I'm pretty sure the evil version would be a salad involving mostly kale.
I do like loaded potato salad. You know, with-
Exactly.
Yeah, I need
Bacon.
to get a
Well, yeah,
fucking
you
drunken
get the
high.
cheese and the onions and stuff. Yeah.
There is indeed a salad alignment chart.
Of course. I mean, there's an alignment chart for everything.
There are several of those, actually.
Yeah. It's the same thing as like the pizza one.
Yeah.
I agree that poutine is a salad. Yep, I can get on board with that.
Oh,
A
I love
hamburger is a
poutine.
salad.
Canadian spotted.
No, I'm a Floridian.
I'm close enough.
But yeah, as you sit together, do you share any of your findings?
Yeah, I just prattle on about the whole thing.
Grayson's still trying to keep the rock hush hush.
I asked
I
Johnny.
found a cool rock.
So, Johnny, you mentioned to Grayson about the dagger, right?
The
Yeah,
dagger?
how it tried to kill you.
Fancy one, special one, interesting.
It didn't try to kill me. It's a dragon's tooth.
Fucking hey.
Oh.
How much was it?
Yeah,
Was
400.
it 400 gold? Yes.
400, yes.
That's doable though.
Well,
It's not.
Grayson tosses his last 5 gold down on the table. It's like, well, strictly out of my price range at the moment. And he points at the weasel.
But there is a rock we could potentially get.
But it's more expensive.
It's such a cool rock.
I mean, I just have to put on a bit more of the fancy lights and show, I suppose.
Not knowing anything about the rock other than it was a rock, I just roll my eyes and say dwarves under my breath.
Casual racism.
Grayson loves this because it's downplaying the rock. This is good. Excellent. He doesn't really appreciate the casual racism, but he does appreciate that the rock is getting downplayed.
I appreciate it working in my favor.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kendra just chuckles lightly as Johnny prattles on about his rock. She's used to that kind of stuff.
And this one's pink.
Kind of
It's pink and
endearing
fresh
to
and
her.
clear.
I did the
Like-
proprietor know the whole provenance of the dagger,
Yes, somebody apparently was selling off odds and ends.
That's not much of a tale. Then. Maybe he knows a wee bit more. You probably didn't press enough on it there. There's bound to be all kinds of tales about it, about a dagger made out of a dragon's tooth. That'd be a notable weapon. That'd be something you'd hear tales of. You'd hear stories and anecdotes of. That'd be interesting.
Yes,
Yeah,
all
but-
too frequently, it's usually not the person that has the tales to tell that ends up selling it.
Aye, true enough. But they might know a wee bit of it. I mean, there might be a reason they bought it in the first place. Well, not the proprietor of the store, of course. I mean, the previous person who claimed it was an heirloom.
What kind of dragon does lightning tooth?
That'd be your blues. Chromatic wise, I can't really, or metallic wise, I can't really place them.
Used for bronze, I think? Or was it brass?
I think brass or fire again. Bronze or maybe lightning.
I mean, could we go ask one for its tooth and just make our own dagger? Save a
Wait.
few hundred gold?
We could. I
You
don't think
think-
we're going to get a yes for that, or for even that same price.
How many dragons do you think are willingly giving up their teeth?
I mean, some of them have to like lose them every once in a while.
They hoard things. That's what they do.
Do they hoard their own teeth?
Probably.
I have to wait for the Dragon Tooth Fairy and beat the shit out of her and steal her gold.
Well, I don't think you would like if someone stole your teeth.
It's just the little.
Oh.
It's just the normal, like the universal tiny fey creature that has to do it for every race, and she's just hoping that the dragon won't wake up because it will steal her money.
On the
Johnny.
contrary.
How many dragons do you know?
I met a dragonborn one time. So
Did you try to steal his teeth?
No, but you know, just for the record, once in a fight, someone knocked out one of my teeth, and I auctioned it off later.
Oh my fucking-
I would sell my teeth, is all I'm saying.
Oh, you lost just one teeth?
Well, I only auctioned off one.
He hoarded.
How many teeth does Johnny actually have left?
Most of the molars, a few couple front ones.
He's got a
He
full
has-
set.
you
They're
know,
just not his own.
yeah, he's gotten work done. They're not all his own original teeth, to be fair.
Yeah, so he does still have a fairly consistent smile without too many holes in
Yeah.
it.
There's some holes on like the sides a little bit, but he
Hmm.
can still chew on both sides of his mouth.
Now, Johnny, weigh now the utility of a dagger made out of your tooth.
For a pixie, could be good, maybe.
But would it be magical?
No. That's a fair point.
Ilfrin
Maybe if I
just,
drink a bunch of potions first.
Ilfrin just looks absolutely flabbergasted at this conversation. And just changes his outfit out of nowhere. Just because he can. He wants the conversation to end.
Well, I mean, on that scale of combat, maybe it's got a wee magical property. I mean, after all, he's a dwarf, so he's got steel in his bones, iron in his blood.
Teeth in my mouth.
So your teeth might be a grade stronger than that of, say, Grayson. And I did know this wood elf lad. Terrible happens to him, but he did have a full replacement set. It was all living wood enchanted into his mouth.
Ugh.
So it weren't just the fact that it was replacing his teeth, it would also unfurl and reshape and grow like a great horrible bark and all for when he was biting people in combat. The real
Imagine the
feral type.
splinters.
Aye.
Did he kiss many people?
Well, I'm not one to tell on such stories.
I question the flavor, if nothing else.
What if it was a maple tree?
It could be too much after a little while, you know?
If he gives like a high pressure grin, just the sap oozes.
Yeah.
Flies get stuck on his face all the time.
He died of gum disease.
Gum disease combined with Dutch elm. So, what have you got in the cards for later?
I believe some of us were going to go head back and discuss the shiny rock.
All right.
You're seriously going to buy a stone?
When you could be buying an incredible sounding knife.
I mean, this is the first time anyone thought my idea was good, so I'm running with it.
Grayson and I have come to the decision that we are going to try to pool some assets together for it. And Johnny.
See?
Why?
Aye.
Johnny really wants it.
I already got a name picked
I'm
out and
calling.
everything.
I am saying that smells like an orc surrender back there.
Johnny really wanted apples that said egg. Does anyone really want a repeat of that?
Yeah, no, that's the point. I've established this rock doesn't talk. We get him this, he won't do apple egg things anymore. This is
Ooh.
I mean,
What
I
if
would
we put
say at this point you could probably make insight checks. Pog and Corvus. Calmon.
why.
I cannot decept.
What if we put the rock inside?
This is
the Pot of
after pulling
Awakening?
on Grayson. As a drow, I am naturally a deceptive type. It turns out you're the one who's fucking this whole deal. Cause yeah, I don't spot Grayson, but I know you're fucking full of shit.
Here's where the problem comes. Ilfrin has no intention of letting Johnny keep the rock.
Oh,
That's
Johnny
where
has every
things go
intention of
wrong.
keeping the rock.
Oh, I know he does. Ilfrin has no intention of letting him keep the rock.
So she's definitely Elfrin is definitely lying about buying it for Johnny. Oh, hey Pio.
Hey,
Theo, you have come in at the most awkward time. We are all lying about a rock.
No.
Johnny's not.
Two of these fuckers are lying. Can you guess who are lying about the validity of a rock?
which rock?
It doesn't matter. It's a case of two of the party are currently lying because they really want a magical rock.
They are not telling it is magical though.
Yeah.
They are just telling the party they want to spend 350
So which
gold
two
on a
do you
rock.
think are the shifty fuckers who would do this?
The two trying to woo the lady?
Bingo.
To be fair, Johnny and Grayson were lying first about
No,
it.
Johnny just wants the rock. He doesn't know it's magical. He doesn't care.
Yeah, he just wants to. He's
Yeah,
not really
Grayson's
concerned with
trying
what
to
it
play
does.
into this.
He just wants this really cool rose quartz gem.
It's purdy.
As this is happening, Sybil comes down from from upstairs, taking a break from her armor.
Meanwhile, Kelmorn spent the day talking to a priest and healing the sick.
Ah, Sybil, we got sandwiches. Come on, sit down.
Wonderful,
Potato salad.
wonderful. Oh,
Nearly done there.
Almost.
I was going to come up and help you. It's just a case of I was fucking terrified by what we had to deal with yesterday, and it still looked terrifying today. That's a lot of pieces. It's very intricate.
It's quite all right.
Well-
The feelings appreciated.
Well, it should be done by the evening, I think.
Very close to.
Yeah. Just a few touches left.
So, what's up? What's happening?
Well, I told Johnny to advise Grayson about a dagger he might be interested in and come back to find them arguing about a rock instead.
On the bright side, I am very interested in this dagger. Unfortunately, it's 400 fucking gold.
The rock's cheaper.
Yeah,
No, it's not.
they went shopping, basically.
Huh. For a rock.
Well, you will have to ask those two. She
I was
points
gonna buy
at
it with my own
Mason
money.
and Ilfrin.
Ilfrin?
All right.
Seems quite amused about everything. Actually,
Aye. Ilfrin?
I-
What's the deal with a rock?
should.
It's magical.
In what way magical?
Oh yeah, Kendra smells bullshit.
It's magical.
In what way magical?
It's a shielding rock.
Gonna stay
It's
in
a
my
what?
pocket.
Shielding rock.
Pocket rock.
And you weren't going to
And-
tell anyone what it is.
Why are you
I
trying
mean-
to hide this?
I wasn't. I don't know why. So first off, I would like to point out I was the one who saw that it was magical. I told Grayson. Grayson identified it. For some strange reason, he and Johnny decided not to tell me about that.
He didn't tell Johnny. Stop blaming him.
I
The
didn't know
rock!
that.
I
at
thought
the
it's a
time.
rock!
He
Okay,
told me it
it's
was magical, Johnny.
Let's pretend it's not magical. Can we still get the rock?
Why would that help or hurt in any way? It being magical doesn't change that it is a rock. It just
Well, I
makes it a
mean,
more
it-
valuable rock.
Ah, exactly. Makes
As
it
far
more
as spending
useful.
hundreds of gold.
Still not as good as a dagger made out of a dragon's tooth, mind.
We could get both eventually.
I mean, I could do a nice fancy knife after one of them got lost.
Oh, this rock will be my friend. You can't put a value on friendship.
Hmm. You sort of can.
It's 350 gold.
That's. You get more of a friendship for that amount.
Oh, you get a rock and a rock that's a friend.
Well, no, it's just friendship usually starts at about 12 silver and upwards.
Oh, cheap.
Depends on how long you want that friendship.
Exactly. Things get friendlier
Or-
upwards.
Didn't you
They
also
say-
mention something about a book about a flesh golem you wanted to buy?
What?
What?
No, the only one who knew about
Yeah,
that was
there's-
Sybil.
Yeah, I do think Sybil mentioned that when she
I
came
mentioned
back.
it'd be an interesting read.
Yeah.
Oh,
And it
didn't
was
know that.
offered for 4,000 gold.
I don't think the priesthood and the general populace would really embrace that.
Well, I mean, it's not something I, actively pursue, but it is an interesting idea.
Uh,
Yes,
Well-
I doubt the local citizenry would really discern the difference between shaping flesh and raising the dead.
Unless, of course, we could teach it to
True,
sing and
true.
dance. If we
But,
could just
uni-
instruct it how to put on the ritz, it'd be fine.
the professors at the university would probably be quite interested in it.
Hmm.
Although enough to make up for 1,000 gold, I'm not so sure on that.
Oh, the manual costs 4,000. Here, at least.
So not
But you do
even
get an inkling it would sell better at the Leopardstadt University.
sell for
How-
4,100 gold.
How tough did these guards look?
Oh no, that was where the wizard was.
So
The
even
wizard
easier.
who's selling 3rd level spell scrolls. He can fireball you.
Oh,
But he has to see it coming first. Only we had someone who could cast darkness.
Currently, the people in the village like you.
They'll like us even more when we take out that horrible, nefarious spellcaster.
The one that's teaching their children to read and write?
It was obviously a necromancer. Just look at this
Yes, the
horrible
one we
book.
uncover as a horrible necromancer.
Just look at this horrible book they had about making flesh golems. We'll just take this to the university to be disposed of. And these books too. And also this fountain pen. And this desk.
Let's take the whole building. Let's go.
What they have in the larder as well. That might be also evidence. Aye, but it's another quiet day.
Yeah. So, anything else you want to do after lunch? Going to sell things at the Civic Purse?
We were bartering.
Time to make more money as I go off to the pub.
All right. The inn, I suppose.
To continue my career. For you see, I am back. By popular demand.
All right. Do give me a performance check.
There we go, that's better.
All right. Over the course of the evening, you earn... Oh, wow.
I am getting that knife.
Yeah.
One
You're
night at a
rolling
time.
Quite well.
I went from 5 gold to 30.
Yeah. Well, and the rest of you go to the Civic Press, I suppose. Except for Sybil, I think she would finish up the armor to be done with by the evening. Pog goes back to his crafting
Creation.
project. Yeah.
I slip away.
Yeah. For
Takes
the
little
bread-
effort, no one actually takes notice.
Yeah, no one
Because-
cares enough.
Because the group are all, well, the ones who were still at the house were all arguing about a rock.
Don't judge me.
Yeah, we're, you know.
So you're trying to sell the red helmet as well?
I think
Yes.
it's safe to.
Yeah, because I assume that we would have asked if anybody actually wants it.
We could probably buy it back later if need be.
And the Darkwood case and the painting. In total, you would get 200 gold for that.
So that means
We
we have
have-
300. And then my 50.
In my
You
13,
don't have 50 anymore.
You
Oh,
bought
no,
your
my
weave.
30. Right, 20, sorry.
Yes.
20. And his 15.
how much did Grayson have? 5?
Yeah. We could put all of this down and say, look, this is what we've got.
We're 10 gold short.
You could toss in a healing potion or a few of them. You think you'd have some spares?
We're only 10 gold short. We can finagle this.
I'm going to try to make a persuasion on this one.
All right. Do it.
Like, we've got this much in coin. Look at these wonderful look at this helmet. This is definitely
Dana
something
White?
that's going to get.
Yeah.
It's definitely going to get. It's something that's going to get people to come into your shop and take a look. That's
Yeah,
a
you-
conversation starter.
Yeah. You
As
could
he
try to
points to-
bullshit some more for what's the painting and everything is worth.
Mhm. It's
You
a
make me
nice wide collection.
You make me a persuasion check for that.
Perfection.
Why do
Fucking
we? Why do we?
beautiful.
Oh my god! Yeah.
It's gone back up to 400.
Let's throw a potion of healing in instead. Donna will just drop one on the pile. I just drop a healing potion on the pile.
Well, now that you're saying it, I'm not sure I actually want this helmet. It does give me some bad vibes.
It's perfectly safe. It's not dangerous.
Yeah, Johnny will put it on and spin
Yeah.
around, curtsy, whatever.
But I don't think
Yes,
anyone
curtsy.
honorable would actually want this.
Terrific.
I mean, I usually sell things to nobles who like to look good, impressive. And I'm not
I'll
sure
tell
they
you
like
what.
being seen as some sort of evil knight.
The way to
Oh,
go
no.
is
This
you
is
wait until it's almost
absolutely-
Halloween, and then you
This is
sell it to a
perfect for
noble's
fancy
kid.
dress.
You're forgetting about sexual roleplay.
I was gonna say, this is perfect for fancy dress. Because all of the time they have to dress up as something that they're not, and sometimes you want to make that impression.
Everyone knows about the stable girl and Baron Blackheart von Murder.
I think the Halloween costume is a better angle.
A fancy dress.
Yeah,
I know
no.
exactly what nobles do. It's fancy dress.
Yeah, no,
So do I.
I don't think it is something I actually can turn over. But I will happily buy the case and the painting for 150 gold.
Ilfrin?
We prefer the hanging potion. Do
You can
have
go
another
home
gift?
now.
No.
Your services are no longer required in the pawn shop ever again.
I hold up my jingling bag. We also have
Are you
100
going-
gold already.
Yeah, wait, now we have what? 100, 200. We only have 250 fucking gold now. What the hell are we gonna do with that?
Oh, right, you got 100 gold from somewhere. Where did you get that again?
Selling off
We
medallion
sold the other stuff.
I don't
Yeah,
have the other stuff.
earlier.
and the hairpins.
Oh,
That was Pog.
Oh, that's where this 100 gold comes from in the party inventory.
Yep.
Top.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Well. You have this 100 gold now, along with the 250 gold, with the 150 gold from the Darkwood case and the art.
Mhm.
It would be 250 gold. Anything else you would want to try and sell? That you're still 100 gold short?
How much does that sickle get us, do you think?
I'm using that.
How much do you think it would sell for?
The silver sticker. Do you actually offer it for sale or appraisal?
I'll get it for appraisal. That's it. Unless it's really, really good.
That would go for around 100 gold. Mainly because it is silvered and finely made. Decorative. Looks
Yeah, we
like
can find
it
something
might
else for
be used
100.
for some ceremonial purposes at some point.
He gives a sigh and he looks at the other ones and says, if I give this up, I'm carrying this.
Nope. We'll sell something else. I don't trust you as my friend.
I will assure you your friend will be safe.
Nope.
I mean, you can buy the sickle back probably later,
Mhm.
if you wish to.
At a markup, I would assume, though.
Yeah.
We're also fighting undead.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, keeping it is... 100 gold we can get somewhere else.
You have healing potions spare. Oh, spare healing potions, some scrolls.
My spell slots say they do not have healing potions spare. They need all of them, if anything.
Could try selling the detect good and evil ones. I don't think we need to detect good and evil. We already know this.
What about prayer beads? We have potions for that.
No, we definitely want those. We definitely want those. With the addition that we've got, if we get something serious going on, that'll help remove the stat up or down.
Also, since those are beads and not a potion, would they be easier to use on somebody else, and instead of a action to be a bonus action?
Sadly, no. They're too big for
Ah.
oral use. But good news!
No,
Turns out they're suppositories.
that's more than an action.
Let me edit this really quick. So 250.
Finally got... You've just got to squeeze squeeze it for the effect, right? So you just need to put it between the cheeks and clench.
Take it out of
I
the
mean,
gym.
technically, there are also the brass knuckles. Johnny has.
We're pretty sure that's cursed, right?
Also
Yeah,
in use.
I don't think. I don't think we want to sell any of those items because they're the special ones.
You don't know if the brass knuckles are cursed.
Well, that was with the group that.
It was it was in the safe with the
Yeah.
more expensive rare items that all cost 100 gold or something.
It's just safe to assume when they were found alongside the cursed flute and the always bleeding axe.
The axe we could probably sell. I mean, the curse is obvious.
I don't think that's going to be something that they want. And
Or it
besides,
might
I
be
would
useful
hold on to it
against
just
the
in
killer.
case. Exactly. So let's see about the detect good and evil and how many healing potions we need to drop for this.
We're gonna use the potions anyway. I think we should come back. We can get it. We can get it later. He said to keep it on hold.
I suppose. He really wants that stone.
We can come back for it.
Glad you came back
He's
at
also
just the
not
right
getting
time,
that
Pio.
stone.
Yeah.
And for once, Grayson and Ilfrin are working together and not trying to murder each other.
Until they own the stone, in which case I want it, I want it, I want it.
Yeah. There's going to be a Lord of the Rings situation.
Yeah.
The stone, Ilfrin, it's my birthday, and I want it.
The healing potions would go for around 20 gold apiece. The rest of restoration potions for 50.
Yeah, definitely not worth enough to burn him on that. No.
Yeah, we're just gonna have to come back for it unless we can each. And that's the first one of us to get the gold on our own. If anything, it's gonna bring Johnny out of retirement. It's a fucking rock.
I'm quite sure the services of druids could be mildly useful and lucrative here.
Thank you for your service. Here is one dead chicken and several potatoes from our first harvest.
It do be like
Good
that
potato.
sometimes.
It's a good potato.
He heals the broken leg of a fawn, looks to the mother, makes forgive money gesture.
With people.
Starts
Just
to
potatoes. What is a
starts
person?
to talk with a very specific purpose to the local raven population. Any shiny coin you find is now mine. Understood?
In return,
maybe
bread.
I should start doing that. I can speak to some animals, see if they know of any very interesting shiny bits and baubles.
You have shown your powers of persuasion, yes.
But I know what I have to do. Since I may not be a bard, but I can play a lute. I just need to work alongside Kelmorn because realistically, he's probably on my side, right?
I want that knife.
I want that rock.
On the other hand, I am getting that knife.
Yeah, but see, I just need you to be on my side against Ilfrin and fuck is his name? Grayson.
Wow. Wow. Feeling no love.
Use my rock, damn it.
See, your rock
Yeah.
has a fancy magical effect, but that knife has stories. It's bound to.
And to be fair, does Johnny have the best benefit of getting that rock?
Yeah, he's in the front line.
Everyone could do
It
a
was
+1
Ilfrin.
AC. It's not a bad thing to have.
Yeah.
So here's the plan.
Oh.
Johnny's gonna leave and go to the bar to see Kelmorn and recruit him. I'll help you get that dagger if you help me get that rock.
Right, this sounds like we're gonna beat up the storekeeper. So how are you gonna help? Let's get this
Well, I
laid out
mean-
first.
Just when it comes to party funds, you petition for the rock. I petition next time. It's democracy.
No, I'm just going to earn my way to it. I'm already getting here.
Okay, can I help so I can have some money? I need money. I need that rock. I cannot let Grayson or Ilfrin have that fucking rock. Do you understand me? They'll hurt it. They'll hurt it, Kelmorn. Let that fucking rock.
I heard it.
They probably would, aye. They wouldn't treat it properly like a dwarf would.
I'm not even sure what it does, but they seem to.
Kelmorn
they
is not
selfish
saying that
reasons.
with any sincerity on his face, though. It's like,
I want the
aye,
rock
of
for
course,
selfish
yes, that sounds, yes, that's like, as Johnny's prattling on, it's just, that's terrible, aye, that's a horrible thing to hear, yes. I can see your concerns are completely valid in this regard, aye.
You just need to be on my side, please.
I'll help you a wee bit, but don't go eating into my funds, aye?
Yeah. We're gonna get that rock, and then we're gonna get the dagger, and then I guess they'll go their separate ways. But we're gonna have them.
Oh, so you're just going to walk off afterwards, aye?
Well, I mean, if the rock's good enough, shit.
Your loyalty is astonishing. Fantastic. You know we're here to try and solve Professor Lordimore's murder, right?
There's no way that takes more than a month.
As Battlebred looks at the cover of the module. Levels 1 to 15.
Well, this first thing just goes to level 3 or 4.
Aye, well, just don't let the rock take up your mind whenever we're in Harriston tomorrow, okay?
Yeah, business is business, but when we're back in town, Ilfrin and Grayson are the enemy. They're on the
Keep it
battlefield.
nice
I'll
to
do anything
him.
to
I
save
want to
them.
point this out.
Oh yeah, it's
I'm
not
trying to
about
help
night.
him get the rock.
It's not about that, it's about the rock. Because if Grayson helps him get the rock, there's no way Grayson's going to let him keep the rock.
He's not stupid,
Just exploitable.
and he wants that fucking rock.
Ilfrin will point out, whenever he next sees Johnny, he is going to make an offer.
We'll find out. It has not happened yet.
Huh.
And
Well-
also, Ilfrin is going to be trying to find a way to earn some spare coin.
Standing on the street corner. Dancing lights colored red. Do you want to try it the Underdark way?
Fairy fire.
Well, where would you try to find work?
He'd probably try to hit up some of the local farmers and see if they need druidic work.
I've got a sheep that won't stop vomiting.
And probably check to see if any nobles need any help in their fancy garden to make it really fancy.
I'm thinking.
I think the
I don't know if
Lorimore
it's-
household is the noble's house here.
Make me an investigation and a persuasion check each, please.
I am.
It's a shame you're not getting that one, isn't it?
Again?
Ilfrin is
Again?
off.
Twice.
Yeah,
What?
fucking hell!
You are kindly asked to please try to deal with the haunt menace running around rather than tend to gardens. It is currently not in the interest of people to have a fancy garden when there are undead running about.
Fuck.
True. Okay. That was just in my spare time.
Uh,
Okay. Yeah, he's gonna return to his idea of waiting until Johnny gets back to try to have a conversation with Johnny.
yeah.
Fucking perfect. Well done.
How many ones did Ilfrin roll?
Ilfrin and Grayson together.
Yeah.
I have rolled
This dice algorithm is rigged.
too
I'm
many.
sorry.
How many times have I rolled under? Yeah, like 90% of my rolls have been under, except for when it came to figuring out if they were lying or not. I fucking
There's been-
aced that.
There's been 120 this whole session and like 6 ones.
Yeah,
It was
are you
one
sure we're
legitimate
not
20.
using like D10s? I've been saying this for a while. I swear to God.
Oh, and that 20 didn't even
Yeah.
count.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
fuck us. We can't have nice things.
Yeah. So I guess you're all gathering eventually in the evening again for dinner.
I'm going to try to get Johnny off to the side on his own for a conversation.
Walking through town in his full entertainer's costume. The
Pog
jingle
will
jangle of
return
so
as
many
well, I
bells.
assume. Pog will return as well, I assume. Nil.
The Pog will return next episode.
All right. Pog stays up at the roads for a little while longer.
Oh God. Oh God.
He's a big Pog.
Too much pog.
He's
think
a
they call
pog
that a
champ,
s-
perhaps.
Yeah, I think they
Yeah,
call that a
that-
slammer.
A large Pog. A metal Pog. So what's going on?
Let's see, how big can Pog get?
Oh God.
Everything
He's still
is
really
all-
short, though. He's just as short as he was. Just so wide.
It takes up a great amount of land. But
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
we are.
Tracks
It
of
is now
land.
the
I can
evening.
see the pixels now.
Yes.
But yeah, I think Pog will return as well for dinner. And not
Yes.
work through the night.
He gets home slowly simply because he's waiting for carts to travel that road so he doesn't have to walk back.
Now it's time for Deal or No Deal with
Yes.
Ilfrin Mandel.
Ilfrin and Johnny can strike a deal, or can they not?
We'll
Or
find
will they
out.
punch each other?
No, Ilfrin is not punching anybody.
I can't say Johnny isn't, but
Kelmorn will be with Johnny.
I would walk up and say, "Hello, Johnny. Can I have a word?"
Sure, but you can't have the rock.
Okay. let's
He's a
have
shrewd
conversation
bargainer, this
then.
one.
And I gesture for him to come join me out in the garden.
Okay. I trust you. You're not going to stab me.
I will not stab you. That's rude.
Yeah, stabbing people is very rude.
I agree. Good.
is-
now
it
that
is.
we're on the same page.
It's very normal for Dravo.
Some drought, not this drought. So, I have an inkling that if Grayson manages to put too much into this purchase, he is going to be keeping the rock for himself.
I can flatten Grayson.
You'd have to hit him first. As much
You
as I
know,
hate to admit it, it's a little bit difficult to hit him.
not if I have that rock.
propose. Well, no, it would just make it harder for him to hit you. I propose we work together on this.
Okay, so you'll steal the rock from Grayson, then I'll flatten you because you're easier to hit. Okay, good plan.
No, the plan would be that we decide to split it. When we're
can't break
here
a
in
rock.
town. No. Oh, heavens, no. No. We keep it whole. I more mean that when we're here in town safe, you get the rock. When we go to Harrowstone, I keep a hold of the rock.
You have this backwards. The rock needs protection from me. When we're in danger, the rock needs me.
No, the rock.
I already
does
have a
not
name picked
act-
out.
Oh, what's the name of the rock?
Yeah, I can't tell you. Not
Oh,
till
what?
I'm attuned to it.
Well, do let me know. He's trying very hard to keep a straight face with that. But the point is, I can always levitate it out of danger if we are in Harrowstone.
Can also do that.
And I do have the easiest way to acquire it quickly.
Theft?
No, I'm not going to be stealing anything. I can simply be pawning the sickle until I can reacquire funds to repurchase it.
I like the idea of fighting with both of you more. Because I know you won't make an alliance with Grayson.
Johnny's
Why?
outplayed you there.
I am willing to work with Grayson. I just don't think he's willing to work with me.
I'm betting on that, and also myself. I think I got this.
Johnny, do remember, he is also hitting on your friend's daughter.
These are both the bad guys.
I am not the bad guy.
May the best man win. It's going to be me.
Very well, Johnny.
Wow.
Yeah.
And friend does go to find Grayson. He doesn't want to find Grayson, but he goes to find Grayson.
I assume he finds Grayson at the dinner table.
This isn't even the B plan for Ilfrin. This is the terrible outcome. This is the bad ending where he has to go assist Grayson.
Hello, Grayson. Nothing from Grayson? Hello, Grayson.
Yeah, I'm thinking.
I
This is weird.
Do I say hello back or just fuck you, elf?
I would, yeah, hello. Yeah. I'm thinking 2 steps ahead.
take it that you have heard Johnny's indication for that stone.
Yeah, this is getting weird.
I propose that we two decide to work together on this arrangement to acquire the stone before he does.
I mean, yes, that's the plan. So, am I
can,
What is
of
worth-
course, put the silvered sickle on, potentially sell it, at least until I can reacquire it, and then we can split our time with the stone. Every other day we switch off.
What the fuck?
Assuming you're actually wanting to use it, yes.
You get it on Mondays and Wednesdays. I get it on Tuesdays and Thursdays. We alternate Fridays.
No,
Or
just
maybe
every
Grayson
other.
can make a deal with Johnny.
It's amazing how much time this rock has taken up during the session.
I was willing to buy it in a few weeks.
Just every day
Somebody
we
comes in and
swap
soup
it.
my shit.
Well, at some point during this conversation, there's a knock at the door, and Kendra gets up to get it. It's getting quite late after all, though she does look a bit confused at who would come to the door at this hour. It's already dark.
Well, Calmar will go with her to the door.
Yeah.
Not quite ready to face the room of Sybil just yet.
Yeah.
Of course, he's still in his entertainer's outfit, so he's jingle-jangling as he walks.
Yeah. And, well, as she opens up, you all hear an extremely loud and terrified screech from Kendra.
Ilfrin is sprinting.
Well, what do I see with her?
Yeah. At the door, you see a clearly recently deceased man. And even though there are several maggots crawling out of his face, the eyes are pale, and the jaw is completely shattered and dangling from his jaw, from his face. You do recognize him. It is your good friend, Professor Lorimer, now risen up and hitting Kendra, or grabbing after her.
Oh, fucking hell.
Yeah, I intercede very quickly.
Hey, I'm gonna grab the body.
Well, you guys are out in the garden still.
You're not currently right here.
Yeah. Kelmore is, though.
Ilfrin and I, correction, yeah. Grayson and
'cause
I
we're
are in the
not-
dining room.
Yeah, we're not. I mean, we would have heard something, so we're on our way, obviously. But
Yeah.
I don't think we're close enough to do anything.
Yeah. And for that initial one, do actually give me an initiative check.
Sure.
Is that for all of us, or?
No, just Kelmorn for the first.
See if I can pull Kendra aside.
Yeah. Yeah, you do manage to get her away as the corpse of Petros Lorimer stumbles into the room. And now towards you, I suppose, to try and
Mhm.
hit you. It misses. And it moans, and some rotting blood spills from its mouth. What do you do? It's your turn now. And actually, everyone else from the party can.
I'll draw
Try
my
to do
weapons. Well, technically, yeah. Draw a sword and knife. Keep, of course, tell Kendra to get out of here. Just go with the rest. Go find them.
Yeah. Kendra is not quite responsive. She is sitting on the floor, pale face, in shock.
Aye. Well, I'll just stay in the way then.
Yeah.
But I'll try to. Oh yeah, I better put myself on the initiative tracker, man.
Oops. I failed to put myself in the initiative. Oh, there we go.
There we go. Stick it up to 18.
Haha.
Draven doesn't get anything of this. He's just sleeping in his room. Still
Passed
hungover.
out, drunk, sucking his thumb.
Yeah.
I'll try to engage the zombie in conversation to see if there's any flicker of what was the professor in there.
Yeah, sure.
Didn't expect to see you up and about so soon. What brought you here?
He just stares blankly at you. There's some unintelligible garble because, well, his jaw is completely shattered.
Well, I can't go fixing
And-
that.
Yeah. And the pale eyes just stare. There's nothing in them.
Well, time to give Kendra a bit of extra trauma, I suppose. It's time to attack the zombie.
Yeah. So, Pio, are you going to get on the initiative as well? Pio? Are you still there?
Mm-hmm.
Any reactions to the undead Professor Lorimore attacking his daughter?
Well, she's still in her room.
Yeah.
I would assume, though, she would have heard the scream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Basically, the dining room would be basically at the same. Yeah. Dining room is across to the foyer. You can basically see it, that there's something going on. So, going on an initiative as well?
Oh, of course.
I will also add an inspiration to do a defensive flourish with my attack, so it does an extra 4 damage on the zombie.
Yeah.
And that
It
count
does.
as having plus 4 AC.
Yeah, it's less about beating the zombie and more about what's happening. But yeah.
Well, just pointing out, and then we'll go in with the Etch Dagger as well in the bonus action. I mean, he's getting no recognition from it, so yeah, he's just going to put it down.
Yeah.
That's the end of a turn.
Yeah. And that would be Sybil's turn then next.
Right.
It just keeps happening to Calmorn.
Probably don't need that, so. Let's use a Thunderwave. No, not a Thunderwave. No. Catapult. Oof. Am I muted? Yeah,
Alright.
no. Okay.
Anything specific you're tossing at it?
In this case, a doily.
Yeah.
I mean, could be a fork, flask of holy water.
We have one of those
Yeah.
around? All right.
You have several flasks of holy water, actually.
Does anyone mind if I use one of these?
Go ahead, just get it
Please.
done with.
All right. There you go.
All right. Let's see if he makes the save. He does not. And how much actually does the holy water do? I keep forgetting.
I think it's 2d6.
D6?
Let me check.
Ah,
Might just be-
2d6 radiant.
Ah, nice.
Yeah. You can deal another 2d6 radiant damage then. Additional to the 5.
So. There we go, finally.
Yeah. Alright, that is enough. You smash it into his head, and the holy water seeps inside, starts to smoke, curling. Smoke curls out, and he collapses, the zombie.
Whew.
And Kendra just keeps sitting there, staring at this, at the remnants, and not reacting at all yet.
Yeah, I drag those outside.
Yeah, let's get that out immediately.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, I'm gonna try to just move her from the room.
Yeah. Okay, you help her up, and as you do, she starts to shake. Still not saying anything, with a haunted look in her eyes.
Does she walk if I try to lead her?
Yes,
Okay.
she follows you if you lead her away.
Johnny,
I'm gonna try to get her in a chair.
Hmm.
And then I will promptly wrap her in the cloak.
Johnny, what the fuck is going on here?
I don't know. He came home. It's part of me is.
Well, apparently that was the case with another one as well. That might have been what the three zombies were doing as well.
I mean, so obviously people know where people live in this town, but zombies don't have anything left, right? That's like the thing. That's the premise. They're just gone, right?
I mean, I tried to talk to him. I didn't see any. Like, it's hard enough to see much recognition in him, but he didn't really seem to be cognitive.
And did he actually hit Kendra?
He just tried to reach out for her, but like I said, I don't think there was anything of him in that.
Well, he's definitely gone now.
We can hope. Fucking hell. Have to get him reinterred and everything.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But who pulled him out?
Same as the other ones, I would assume. Is there? Maybe it's not a person. Could it be a curse on the land?
From what though?
I mean, the prison
Then
is
this-
kind of fucked up.
Well, then this would be kind of something that happens often. It seems to be something that is just recently started.
Well, I mean,
Like when those runes have popped up on the prison.
aye.
Should we look around town if there are any more? It's very possible.
We definitely should. Good idea.
There's not. We can't do much for Kendra right now.
I mean, I don't really want to leave her in the hands of Ilford and Grayson because they'll probably try to convince her to chip in on the rock. But we should check out the town just in case.
I can take out Infinite Grayson on a patrol if you guys want to deal with Kendra.
Sure.
Aye, Sybil, you probably should. You know her long enough.
I'm not good at this kind of stuff.
You could be. Just give it a try.
I'd rather punch something.
Meanwhile, I've got her wrapped in the cloak, and I am trying to keep her relatively calm. Not that you can do that in a situation like that.
I mean, I prefer to
Yeah,
have Sybil
yeah.
with me on combat and all that there, but still on the crutch.
I would ask if she wants a brandy.
Yes.
This is a
please.
brandy situation.
Yes, please.
Yep. Immediately
Yes.
goes and gets her a sniff one.
She just grabs the whole bottle. Doesn't even bother with a glass.
Oh no, he is getting just a glass because he knows better than to give her the whole bottle.
Yeah, it's gone in one gulp.
Meanwhile, Kelmorn goes on a patrol, still in his entertainer's outfit.
Yeah. Anyone accompanying him?
Yeah, Johnny will.
Yeah, I've got Johnny and Johnny.
Yeah.
You could always grab Pog, I suppose. Literally, just lift him up. Easy.
Yeah.
Hey, wow.
Although I imagine that when the whole zombie occurrence happened, he walked out of his room with an eye mask still on.
And I assume you're also going towards the graveyard.
Aye, most direct route.
Yeah. And on the way, I don't think it is actually necessary to do a combat here, but you find 2 more zombies. Actually, 1 zombie and the 1 skeleton roaming about. And dispatch of them, supposedly.
Supposedly.
Yeah, you kill him. It's
I'll have you know, Kelmorn and Johnny have the best kill counts right now. Way better than those 2 shifty wizard types.
It's proof. Brawn.
Yeah. It takes you, let's say, 2 hours. But if you check the graveyard, you also see there has been just those 3 fresh open graves, including Lorimore's, of course.
Well,
So-
that's good. They're all accounted for.
Let's call the guard, I guess. They might not
In
even
the
know.
meantime,
Aye,
Sybil,
definitely.
Grayson, and Ilfrin, and Pog.
What is Grayson doing?
Well, I ran to Kendra and
I've already got her wrapped in
Yeah.
a cloak and sitting with Brandy.
yeah, I know, yeah. They're on patrol. Shit.
I'm preparing the spirit board.
Can I check the body of Grimborough, I
He's
guess?
on the doorstep.
Yeah.
Laura Moore. Professor Laura
Laura-
Moore, your trusted friend and confidant.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no, that's okay. Yeah. I'm going to investigate the body.
The baddie.
Yeah, do make me an investigation check then.
Yep. Hey, it wasn't a 1. I'll take it.
Yeah. Well, he seems to have started to decay only recently. It's not like the 17 days he was.
I was going to say, yeah, it's been about
20 days.
almost 3 weeks.
And 20 days he's been dead. But that's not that surprising given that there are clerics nearby that know gentle repose and have it as one of their domain spells, basically. That's what they do. But yeah, he has fairly fresh clothes on, the ones he was buried in, and of course the jaw is ruined in a way that makes the spell Speak with Dead impossible to have any effect. But otherwise, no obvious injuries aside from the smashed jaw.
Hmm.
And the fresh ones, of course, where he was stabbed and sliced by Kelmore.
So the corpse might not be able to talk, but could we try to converse with his spirit using the spirit board?
It generally works for spirits that have not passed on yet. Zombies don't usually have that specific spirit inside them. They don't have to have them. It's just animated by dark energy, magic, whatever. Doesn't require a spirit to function. Hence the mindlessness. So, is Sybil going to do anything specific?
Going to comfort Kendra if I can.
Yeah.
There.
He welcomes it. And in fact, goes to hug you. As one of her most trusted friends. Yeah, this sounds like a good word. You're basically part of the family after all.
You're safe. You're safe. We're gonna make sure he goes back where he belongs and rests peacefully.
She seems to try to say something, but there aren't really coming any words out from her mouth.
Oh,
But she at least she starts crying a bit.
I mean, she's mostly wowed by that amazing, stylish move Kelmorn did on her dad's corpse. Some real flair there.
But the initial shock is slowly wearing off.
There. Take all the time you need. Yes.
She just stays like that for a while. But eventually, she manages to squeak out some words. I think I need to go to bed.
Mm.
This. Why?
I can't imagine why. I don't know. But we're definitely going to find out. To do this to him is just unexcusable, unforgivable. And we will set this right.
I hope.
We will.
Yeah, she lets go of Sybil and starts to reach for a bottle of brandy wherever the closest one is.
She's learning the correct method, yes.
Yeah.
Pass it over.
This will solve it all.
Yeah. She takes
The
a
Dwarven way.
large swig. And then eventually she starts making her way up the stairs, stops there for a moment, and then goes back down to the fire. Actually, I don't think I want to be alone tonight.
That's probably a good decision.
And I'm not sure if I'm going to sleep.
Don't try to force it.
Yeah. And she sits in front of the fire, holding her bottle of brandy.
I can finish what I was working on tomorrow.
Yeah.
Let me just stay up and we can chat
Yeah.
further away, and
Yeah.
I'll be right here.
Basically, the thing you built is finished. You just have to put it on and try it on. So,
All right.
yeah. But yeah, Kenra will, for the rest of the evening, not say much. Just try to deal with it and slowly get more and more drunk.
I mean, can anybody blame her?
Yeah, I don't think so. But yeah. Eventually, Kelmorn and Johnny return after having disposed of the zombies and skeletons.
Well, we went to inform the sheriff or the guard, anyone we could.
Yeah. Yeah.
On the way back,
Yeah, of course. It's Sheriff doesn't seem to be too surprised, and given that you have already dealt with it, I don't do a roll combat for that. It seems kind of pointless.
I were hoping it was not going to become a regular occurrence, but apparently so.
Yeah. Well, if you have already disposed of all of them, that's dealt with at least.
Well, we put them down. We haven't really rehomed them, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to put the rest properly.
Still.
Might be an early morning for the father soon.
Thing
That's
is,
the
there are
job.
many more corpses in that graveyard.
Right.
Yeah. Should we?
Might have
Is
to
there any
think
way we
about
can lock down the graveyard or something? Is that possible?
Really, the walls around it aren't that high.
Question is, how what time did I sort of kick in there? If it's a regular occurrence, then it's not too hard to be prepared for it, you know?
Well, it was. The sun was already down, so.
At least we know, like, it'd be worthwhile to have a few guys standing by the walls.
Yeah.
Hmm.
It
With
didn't happen.
alarms.
It apparently doesn't happen every night, though, so there's also some irregularity there.
Even more reason to put me in there.
And yeah,
I'm starting to think we should stake out the graveyard when we get back.
Sounds like a good idea.
That's a terrible idea. We're going to a prison.
I mean, after we get back from the prison. at
I'm
night.
not surprised that a bunch of rock enthusiasts would think of such a bad plan. You see, you're just thinking of the symptom, whereas we're taking on the cause. I mean, come on.
We can do both.
I mean, I didn't expect to be a party leader in this one as well, but it just turns out the bards are instrumental.
That was just bad.
Well, it's been 3 hours. I think we should really end
Yeah,
the session now.
I was actually going to suggest that this seems like a decent enough way to end this.
Quick, somebody say something else so we don't end on that line.
With fun, traumatized Kendra. And more issues. You also have another letter. You have some shopping plans.
Yes, the party's about to split because of it.
Actually, there was one conversation Johnny would have had with Kelmore on the way back regarding that rock.
For fuck's sake.
Well, you can have that now.
Kelmore, I think about this rock and all this shit.
We're doing this now.
we're-
Right now, we're doing this.
No. Yeah. Listen, trust me. I'm just thinking, we're potentially going to short this shopkeeper thousands of gold. I think we should just tell him what it is.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, we'll do that tomorrow, I guess.
I need to go see this knife as well, I have to admit. It's gotten me curious.
The
I
knife
need to
is
see it.
It's pretty cool. It almost killed Pog. I actually saved him from it,
Johnny is willing to give up the rock so nobody else gets the rock.
Yep.
You wouldn't treat the rock correctly.
I'm an American. Mutually assured destruction. We all have nukes.
Well, it's a good thing that hopefully Grayson might come to his senses with Ilfrin's offer.
But who leaves first in the morning?
We'll just wait outside the silk purse the entire night.
Stake it out just in case any zombies show up.
Oh no, this zombie arm broke the window. That's terrible. And it's flown itself in. We'll have to go in and get it out.
It's not safe. It's a biohazard.
It's terrible. I mean, it could reanimate at any time. Better fucking break the rest of the window so we can get in. Come on, hurry up.
Hold door. Kick it.
And the zombie comes flown through the window of the shop.
So we just chuck the rest of the zombie in, yeah. Oh no, the skeleton's following in as well.
Oh no.
Now we have to go in there. There's just no way it's about it. You know, I'm feeling a little underarmed though. I better use this knife on the wall here.
I'll smash it with this rock.
Fred, did you expect this rock to cause such an issue?
Not really. I mean, I was prepared for dishonesty or what Johnny is intending.
No need to thank us, shopkeep. We'll just take this as the spoils of victory. Have a good day. Your life is saved.
Just walk out like you pretend you forgot you had it.
Carrying away his safe as well.
Oh, I didn't even see that there in my pocket. Oh, sorry. It was in the bottom of my cart. Oh, no.
But I am actually surprised that Johnny would tell the shopkeeper out of spite.
Well, it is also dishonest. Like, he does feel like the more he learns about it, it's like, well, maybe not.
Yeah, he actually kind of lives here sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, he was willing just to buy the rock as a rock for 500 gold. I mean, that would have been fair.
Yeah. Then again, it's a moneylender.
That's true.
Yeah. Okay. Would be the first time Johnny robbed a moneylender.
Yeah, and he doesn't know the rock is magical as well, so he probably got it for a similar price.
Yeah, he wouldn't be losing out on the price, obviously, but still.
We'll find out what happens next time.
Yeah. I think we can cut the stream here.